pull this up on my phone, and that was fast.
Oh, that was really fast. Hello, you guys. Can you see us? Can you see us?
Here. I don't see us yet.
Hello,
YouTube world.
I'm going to refresh my phone here. Can you guys see us? Oh, I see us on my phone. Hello, you guys. Hello.
Gosh, it
feels like
it's been a year since we've done this, Amy.
Almost. Actually, hasn't it been like 3 weeks?
It's been like a month.
It's been a good long time.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. It has.
Well, happy 2026, everyone.
Thank you. And happy 2026 to you and everybody out in YouTube land.
Yes. I know we were off a while. We stayed busy over here. We started renovating our downstairs bathroom in between Christmas festivities, which is not completely finished yet. I have some painting I have to do, but that kept us pretty busy here over the break. And I know you did some work in your house as well. So
ours was the hot water heater, and we had to move our totes to the other side of the basement so that they could get to the side they needed to. So we did it. It was successful, and I now have the hottest water I think I've ever had in my life, and I'm here for it. So it was worth it.
Good thing.
Very good.
Yeah, especially in the winter. It's good to have some hot water.
It's almost too hot.
All right. I'm excited to see who's here. I did not do an early sneaky peek today. I put the email in probably about 2 o'clock today. So let me see who's early bird. It is Mr. William is here first in the chat today. Hello, William. Lisa is with us. Hi, Lisa. Welcome back. And rounding out top 3 tonight is Miss Janet. Welcome.
Hi, Janet.
Terry V is with us. Hi,
Terry. Valentine. Hello.
And Elaine's with us. Hello.
Elaine, good to see you.
Jean. Hello, hi, Jean. So nice of you guys to come back. Hello, Tammy.
Hi, guys.
Let's see. There's Jason's mom. Hi, Linda.
Hello, Mom. Love you, Mom.
And there's Miss Lily Pond Treasures.
Hello, Sharon. She's down in Florida. Oh, I bet you that's tough down there in Florida.
Yeah, I don't know what the temperature is in Florida currently.
I don't know, but it's still Florida, so that's
definitely probably warmer than it is here in Michigan. Yeah. Probably that. Lisa's here. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
And Minx.
Hey, Minx.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Cindy Lou.
Did you hear Amy?
I have. Yes, I have heard.
She's still thrifting treasures.
Continuing on into 2026. Yes.
It's an endless.
Sharon's here with us. Hi, Sharon.
Sharon. Good to see you.
Jennifer's here. Hi, Jennifer. And KP. Hello. Karen G. Hey, lady.
Hello, Karen G.
Karen's going to be our bid ender this evening. Thank you so much, Karen. Of course. First sale watching from Canada. Well, hello and welcome. We are always appreciative of our friends to the north. We have some other Canadians here in the chat with us tonight. So welcome in. Welcome.
Hello.
Let's see. The analog cat is here. Hello.
Good. How are you guys?
Melanie. Hey, Melanie.
Hey, Mel.
There's Gavin. Hey, Gavin.
Hello, Gavin.
Joe's with us. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
It's very windy here today. Hopefully we don't lose power, but I can hear it outside. It's howling. So
gotcha.
Yeah, it's picked up within the last hour or so. I'm not sure. It was pouring rain earlier today. It actually got 50 degrees here today. So
we were in the 50s as well, but it's a weird 50. It's definitely a wintertime 50 degrees here in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Let's see who else is here. I'm scroll.
All of our friends are here.
Judy's here. Hi, Judy. Hey, Judy. Welcome. I'm sure if the wind and rain has not reached you yet, Judy, it is on its way. It's definitely on its way across the state.
Yeah, they say we'll get it tomorrow and Saturday.
Yes. Hey, Chris.
Hey,
good
Chris.
To see
good to see a friend.
Sandy's with us. Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
And Renee.
Hey, Renee.
Hello. Heather. Hi, Heather. There's Mama Pam.
Hello, Mama Pam.
We are going to take Christmas out of the booth tomorrow. That's going to take all day to flip the booth, and we're moving stuff around in the booth as well. So we're going to be there all day tomorrow.
Are you going to fill it with Valentine's Day? Is that going to be?
Yes, that is the plan. Valentine's Day is going in tomorrow. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Hi, Janine. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Let's see. Miss Caroline. There you are. Hey, Caroline.
Good to see you.
I hope everybody had a good Christmas and New Year's. Hopefully.
It flew by. That flew by.
It did. It really did. Coco Girl's here. Hello.
Coco Girl.
Miss Wendy. Hey, Wendy. Good to see you. Brad. Hey. Good to see you,
sir.
Good to see you, Brad. Let's see. Oh, there she is. Hey, Miss Pat.
My smile got even bigger. Good to see you, Pat.
Diane's with us tonight. Hi, Diane. Good to see you guys. Miriam. Hello. Welcome in. There's Laura. Daffodil Fields Finds. Hello.
Hello, Ryan. I hope you're lurking there too. Good to see you guys.
Let's see. I already said hello to Linda, but she gets a bonus today. There's Leslie. Hello, Leslie.
Hello, Leslie.
You guys, oh my goodness. Marie's here. Everybody's here tonight. Thank you guys for popping on. Good to see everyone.
Yes.
Let's see. All right. I think I made it to the bottom. I think I got everybody. If I skipped you, I apologize. But welcome in, everyone, to our first Fantastic Finds of 2026. We're back. It's good to be back. I will say it is good to be back from vacation. I will say, though, if you guys haven't taken your Christmas decorations down yet, you got out your other things that you like to decorate with, we definitely could use some more pictures if you want to be part of our community share, which I do have tonight, so I'll talk about that in a second. But if you have some pictures that you would like to send to us, you can always email us at ShareMyFindsLive@gmail.com. Just make sure to include a brief description to go along with your photos. And if you'd like us to mention your name or not, we definitely could use some more photos in the queue as we go along. I do have a few that were sent to us, kind of around the time that we had our last live sale, in between then and Christmas. So I have a few to work with. And I think I had a couple leftover Halloween ones, so I will get to those. But if you guys have any Christmas goodies you want to send us, or a New Year's, maybe you already got your Valentine's out, we would love to see what you're putting together. And let's see. So we will go over how the sale is going to work tonight. Most of you are very familiar with that, but since we have some new friends joining us in the chat tonight, we will go over that. And yes, Sharon and Janet both said thumbs up. Yes, if you would please give the broadcast a thumbs up, that would be wonderful. So our first thing that we're going to talk about, you want to make sure you're in the best version of the chat. All right, so make sure you're in live chat, all messages, not top chat. As far as I know, those chat settings are still the same as they were in 2025. But go ahead and check and make sure you're in live chat, all messages. And I did notice on Ariana at the Withering Cottage, her sale on Tuesday did have quite the lag. Unfortunately, that carried on over into 2026. So we recommend that you refresh often, so you can either exit out of YouTube to do that, or the faster option is to touch the upper right-hand corner where my little kitty icon just popped up there. If you tap that upper corner, if you're watching on the mobile devices, so phone or a tablet, you can find that gear wheel icon up there. Hit playback speed, hit 2 times, and if you are lagging behind at all, we're going to sound funny until you're caught up with us. Again, do that as often as possible. If you're watching on a computer, you can find that gear wheel at the lower right-hand corner. Especially if you plan to bid on anything tonight, it's always good to do that refresh before you type in anything into the chat. If you're coming over from another platform, just make sure you're logged into either a Google or YouTube account. That's how you can access the live chat. It should automatically pop up for you. And I know a lot of folks watch on the TV. I have heard recently that is the new thing to do, is watch it on the TV, on the big screen. So we will be doing auction style tonight. As always, we'll give you a starting price. I will pin it up here on the screen so you can find that Any pinned starting bids or bids that come into the chat will be on the lower left-hand corner of the screen. We'll give you any kind of information that we know about the item. We'll give you measurements and note any kind of issues. If there's repairs, chips, damage, that sort of thing, we'll do that, show anything to you live here on the screen. If you're interested in bidding on anything tonight, all you got to do is type your bids down into the chat. I will highlight them as I see them come into StreamYard up on the screen. And we do our best to try and call all those things out. If for some reason we miss something or you've put a bid in there and we don't acknowledge it, unfortunately, that might mean that your bid has been filtered. That happened a couple times toward the end of last year, which was kind of weird because it usually does not happen. In that instance, it's always good to just put it in again, maybe add an emoji, but that's why we try our best to acknowledge all the bids that we see come in, just so that we know that we're seeing them, okay? We will do a 20-second countdown to account for that lag, but we encourage you, if it's something you're interested in, to put a bid in early rather than late. If you wait too long to put bids in, they inevitably will come in after the bid end. The highest bid that we see come in before KRNG's official bid end will be the winner. We're also doing just in cases here tonight. So all that you have to do to use that just in case is have at least one regular bid into the chat on the current item that we're showing to use that just in case. And what the just in case is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item plus the letters JIC. Type that into the chat during the countdown. So let's say you have a bid of $10 in on the item, but you're willing to go up to $50. So you can type in JIC 50. So that would be your just in case bid. And if your just in case is the highest before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. Do keep in mind, if there's multiple just in cases that come in before the bid end, those do then turn into regular bids. And the next slide is about if you are a winner. If you win anything from us tonight, our emails are up here on the screen. They're also going to be pinned in a comment at the very top of the chat. You can also find all of our information down in the description of the video. But if you're a brand new buyer to either Jason or I, or maybe it's been a while since you've purchased anything, it's always good to just send that again. So we need an email sent to us with your YouTube screen name, your real name if it's different, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send a PayPal invoice to. If you don't have PayPal, that's okay. You can still shop with us. Just let us know that you'd like to check out with a guest link. Then you can check out with any debit or credit. So we can send that directly to you when we send our invoices out. And when we do send our invoices, payments due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving the invoice. And our last slide is about shipping. Shipping is not included with the winning bid price. That is additional, but we both use Pirate Ship to get the discounted shipping rates versus the full-on retail that you would pay at the post office. It's a pretty deep discount, so I'm glad that we can provide that so you guys pay the same thing that we do for the shipping. And that's why we need your shipping address, is to calculate your shipping rate. That is based on the size and weight of your package and your zip code in relation to ours. We do have shipping available to anywhere in the US, Canada, and Australia. I ship from Michigan. Jason ships from Pennsylvania. I'll have Jason talk about that last point, and then we'll talk about when we're doing our invoicing this week.
All right. If you purchase from me tonight, I own a shop called Mother Tucker's Antiques. So you can pick it up in person. So you can save on the shipping. So even if you're coming into the area in a couple months, we can hold it for you. But please just let us know. Email us and say, hey, just invoice me for the items or item that I purchased, and I plan on picking it up. We'll do that. Once you pay the invoice, then we'll communicate via email on when you want to pick it up. Like I've always said, please, let's keep that in the emails. I don't want you to drop some important information, like maybe a specific day you're coming and us miss it and then let the wires get crossed. It's never been an issue, but rather be safe than sorry. So just we'll keep that in the emails. And as always, Amy, thank you so much.
Okay, shipping for me, I ship from Michigan, and I'm going to be doing my invoicing. I'm trying to decide. I'm going to be doing my invoicing on Saturday. So you can look for something from me on Saturday. I will send you an email when your invoices are out there. So at some point on Saturday, because Mama Pam and I are doing booth stuff tomorrow, that's why we're doing Saturday this week.
All right. I ship out of Pennsylvania. I will be doing my packaging and invoicing on Saturday. So I try to do that on Saturdays. Now, I do have a sale coming up over on Instagram. I'm participating in a sale over there. It is called the Love is in the Air Marathon. I will be on. I will be on at 6 p.m. Eastern. So the shops that are hosting this event is Nate of My Vintages 1976, along with Katie, Vintage Treasure Girl. They're fun shops, so give them a follow if you can. My co-seller will be Donna of Vintage Grace and Grit. It's all Valentine's Day, so that'll be at 6 p.m. So if you guys, maybe you think you're going to come, let me know, and I will hold off. And then those invoices will probably go out by Sunday, I'm hoping. But again, for this sale, it's going to be on Saturday. And if you want me to quote, hold an open box for that, just send us an email and I will gladly do that. And Amy, thank you for allowing me to promote that. And before I forget, Tina will be back to her Whatnot sales. So she will be back to Whatnot with her jewelry this Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So it is Mother Tucker's Tina. Please show her some support. She has some new ideas and things that are going to be coming up this year. So please stay tuned. I'm excited for it. So Amy, always thank you so much for letting us plug and promote everything.
Absolutely. And in case you're wondering when Jason and I are going to be doing Valentine's Day, we're going to be starting next Thursday. Next Thursday, you'll be seeing some Valentine stuff. Just because there's only like a few weeks in January that we can get it to you guys, get it to you, and then you can put it out. So we try and do our Valentine's Day stuff usually in January or mid-January. So we'll probably have a couple weeks of Valentine stuff just so that we can get it out to you guys.
I snuck a few in tonight.
Yes, Jason's got a few things tonight. I have more wintry kind of stuff, but Jason has a few Valentine things tonight too. So, and then after our sale is complete tonight for our community share, I do have a really cool display from Miss Timmy that emailed in some photos that she put together in December. I'm not going to give away the theme yet. You got to stick around for that, but it's one I've not seen before and it's really cool. That's all I'm going to say about that. So Timmy's coming for a community share later on after the sale is done. Okay, let me get the screen set up. Okay. I'll go first. I'll kick it off for us.
It'll feel right. It'll feel right.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to start with a choice round. So I do have a lot of snowmen tonight, truth be told. I think snowmen are not just for Christmas. I think this is the perfect time to leave them out and enjoy their little cute faces. So I'm going to start with a choice tonight. And you know me, I'm a big fan of the spun cotton goobers. So we're going to start with some little snowman goobers tonight. And these are true spun cotton. And they have light pink hats. They look a little white on camera, but they do have light pink little hats. And they both have some discoloration to the spun cotton. So they're not, stark white or anything. But what I like about these that makes them a little bit different than any other spun cotton snowman is that they have kind of bits of snow that go around them and they're on little bases. I've not seen any like this, like they're in a little snowbank before. I've not seen any like that, but they have little kind of whisk brooms that they're holding. Of course, they have little berry noses and the chenille little scarves and arms. They're just cute. This one here has a little bit more discoloration on him than the other one, but this one has a little bit more on the back side. So I didn't think that it took away from them necessarily. I just think that the age on them, I like that. I like that they're not completely perfect. And I did actually have a third one of these, but he was missing his broom. So I think I'm going to do something crafty with him. That's why I didn't bring all three of them tonight. But these two were in relatively good condition. And I like that they're little light pink hats. You could totally leave those out for Valentine's Day too. Snowmen need some love as well. These guys measure 2.5 by 2. Okay. And it's just kind of like cotton batting that is around them for the base. They have about the same amount on there. I'm not sure if they were manufactured that way or somebody else added that, but either way, I'm here for it. All right, I see, I saw Diane and Miss Judy is in there at 14 with the high bid. Thank you so much. This is for choice, so winner can take one or both if they would like. And let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And this guy here is on the right for me, and he's the one that is not quite as discolored, and the one on the left is a little bit more. Well, hello, MJ. Good to see you. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. And MJ got in there with a 15 right before Karen's bid end. So MJ, let me know if you would like one or both, and if you would just like one, if you want the one on the right or the one on the left. Thank you.
I
all
really
so
like
much.
the pink hats on those, Amy.
I do too. I've never seen them with pink hats.
They're so happy.
They're so happy. It's those eyebrows.
Oh, we got that lag
Just waiting
tonight.
here from MJ. The lag is real.
It is.
Oh, there it is. All right, MJ, you got them both. Thank you so much.
All right. I'm going to follow your lead, Amy, and that's going to start at $18. $18, and you're going to get both of these. I can't split them up. So you're going to get both of these. Super kitschy. It's a little snow couple. So $18, you're going to get them both. I do believe that these were made in Japan, although their Japan stickers are missing. They're flocked. They're made out of styrofoam, and they are flocked. They measure about 7 inches tall, and I'll show them to you up close in detail. She, yes, does have a candy cane, but you could remove that, and you could put some other like Valentine's Day style things, especially with like the denim kind of color that he has. I think these are definitely good for January and February. So let's start with him. Again, the face and the belly on him, he's styrofoam and he's flocked. He has a little pom-pom nose. He has a hat that is made out of cardboard, and it is covered with like a faux denim style. And they even gave some snow here to the top. His face, they did paint a little smirk. I love his little smirk. That's his original little broomstick that he came with. And then his feet are cardboard that is covered with like this, almost like this foil style. And then on the top, they carried along the same material. So they do stand very well. You might have to move their feet a little bit just to get them to stand. I think from age, it kind of curled up. So again, that's what the bottom looks like. There's the face. And again, this is your typical like Hong Kong or Japan styrofoam that is flocked. He does have a few little bends in his hat. Maybe you want to try to keep them down, but I think that gives him some character to his little top hat. So I think he's really cute and really kitschy and different. So let me get in so you guys can see. I love the little kind of look on his face, and he has his red little mittens. So again, you're getting you're getting both of them for 18, and they're 7 inches tall. So there he is. So here's Mrs. Snowman. She has a little pom-pom too, and they did give her a mouth, but the way her head is bent down a little bit, you have to tilt her a little to see. She has that older kind of, lacquered style holly there in her hands. A little bit of her faux, I would say like her foam almost lace. You can see a little pieces come undone. So maybe the new owner wants to snip that. But again, the hands are felt. This is all material. I call that like a faux denim style material on there. But everything else is your very mid-century flocking, styrofoam that's flocked. And there's no odors. There's no stains. And she's her cute little bonnet. So, and then you can see there was a little bit of frame back here. But nothing too bad. You could trim that if you want to. But again, you're going to get them both. Caroline, thank you. I see you in for 18. So we're looking for 19 or more. And again, these are large, and they will stand on their own. But just note, you can see See how the feet are kind of curled up a little? You got to kind of bend them down and finesse them to get them to sit where you want, but they'll stand in your displays. Other than that, really good. I do believe they're Japan, and if they're not Japan, they're just in the early, years of Hong Kong. So let's count them down. We're looking for 19 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I did forget there's pipe cleaners in their arms. So you can move their arms however you want. And you can remove his broom if you want. You can remove her candy cane if you want. But that's the way they were originally made. So there's our bid end. Thank you so much. So Caroline, congratulations. They're coming to you for $18. Thank you so much.
You could bend their little hands and hold little Valentines.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can, Amy. Yes, you can. I think they're
all right. I have this guy's pretty cute. I have not had this guy before. I have seen other ones from the series, but I've never had this one before. And this is a little snowsuit pixie. You can see his little wings poking out, and he's dressed in his snowsuit, and he's going for a ride down the hill. There is a whole series of these doing different winter activities, and this is large. You can see how big of a figurine that is. This is made by Len Weil Ardault. They did some other kind of bigger pixie figurines in the style. There's some devils. There's some in bunny suits as well with the same kind of styling. But this guy is in his little winter wear. And it's not going to pick up on camera necessarily. Maybe I can catch it. I can. A little bit right in here. It has kind of that iridescent glaze to it. So it has kind of like a rainbow slick, like oil slick effect covering to the ceramic. There's no chips or repairs to him, and he's just having a good old time. Now, I can tell you on the front of, there's a few places, this is kind of like applied snow. It's not chipping or damage to it. That's how all the pieces where they had these kind of like little spots of snow that they added in different places. And he doesn't have any cold paint, so you don't have to worry about paint loss on him, but it is kind of light blue airbrushed at the bottom of the sled, along with the little kind of wing tips are a little light blue as well. The other ones in this series, there's two different poses on the sleds. There's one that he's kind of laying on his belly with his feet kicked up. There's some on ice skates, some on skis, and some on snowshoes. So there's other ones out there I just have never come across. And there's his little snowsuit booty there. So bigger figurine on him. He does measure 4.5 by 4.25. Okay, so that's the sizing on him. Yes, and I'll set him down for you. So I think he's pretty darn cute. I just love him.
Adorable. I've never seen this before. Never.
Yep. If you type in Ardault winter pixies, you can see some of the other ones that I mentioned pop up. And those are the only ones that I know of. There could be some other ones, probably. Usually there's other ones that are out there that are harder to find. But I think, yes, he is ready for the Olympics. Absolutely. Yes. All right, let's count him down. I see Jennifer was in there at 18. Thank you so much. Let's count him down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yes, KP, they all have the little wings like that. They're all little pixies.
He would be fun if you did like a Winter Olympics display or something too, using the net.
We have Olympics this year, Winter Olympics, don't we? In February.
I think we do, yep.
I think it is. All right, there is a bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Jennifer, he's sledding your way. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $16. $16. And I do have some Valentine's Day stuff tonight, and I don't think any Valentine's Day display is complete if you don't have one of these February month angels. So she is in very good condition. There's no damage to her wings. Now, there is a little manufacturing defect down here on the bottom. You can kind of see it's a little rippled or maybe a little bumpy down there. That's all glazed over. So when they pulled her out of the mold, they must have, flaked off a little bit of the ceramic. You don't often see that on these, but again, that's completely glazed over. Okay, so those aren't chips. And they also got her on the back here. You can see there on the back, they also got it right here. That one isn't necessarily glazed. So that one could have happened after the fact, or maybe there was extra porcelain there. I'm not too sure. But the most important thing is we have no damage to the wings. A lot of times these angels have damage to the wings or something wrong with the halo. The halo is in very good condition. It even has all of its, gold metallic paint on it. A lot of times if these get overly cleaned, that can be missing. A lot of times with this one here, her little rosette or her little attached applied flower is usually chipped. There's no damage here that I could find. And I love the fact that she's holding her little heart there. And I've always envisioned that to be like she's holding her candy box. That's what I always thought. So Kathy, thank you. I see you in at 16. We're looking for 17 or more. The paint on her face, they did a very good job with that. Of course, these little angels, their mouths usually look like hearts. So that's like a double Valentine's effect, especially for this angel. And you can see that the February is nice and clear. Sometimes when these were coming out of the factory, they stamped them so quickly that they faded. So I do believe this is made by Napco. This would have had just the round little Napco sticker, and that is what remains of it. And that's your number. Now, you can really go down a deep dive with some of these. Some of them, there's a different generation that's just a little bigger, stuff like that. Like that's really getting into these. I'm not sure what generation she is, but she is the 4.5 inch. So she's 4.5 inch, and she's roughly about 3 inches wide. Cold paint's in remarkable condition. And I do love the fact that they use pink on her. So you can see her ribbon and her little flowers a little washed out because of the bright lights, but that's pink on pink. And the red little heart in her cute little face. So Kathy's holding it at 16. We're looking for 17. Again, I'll just note the big part is there is no damage to the wings. There's no damage to the halo. And there's minimal crazing. There's minimal crazing on her. And she was not that dirty. So there's no stains to the porcelain. So let's go ahead and count her down. We're looking for 17 or more. And active bidders can use just in case. So 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 17 or more. The bid end from Karen G. I see you're just in case, Kathy. Thank you so much. And again, whether you have a February birthday or not, these are great pieces to add to your Valentine's display. So there's the bid end. All right, Kathy, thank you so much. She's yours for 16. Congrats.
Congratulations. Okay. All right, this is really cool. I do love some lard and shortening tins. They are some of my favorite things, pieces of advertising, but they're also great for display. And this one in particular, I don't see this one very often. It's the Snowdrift shortening tin, and this does date to the 1930s. There is one variation a little bit older than this. It kind of looks a little bit different on the front. That one is the oldest variation from the 20s, but this one's from the 30s, and I just love the graphics on this. And overall, it's in pretty good condition. There's a little scratch here and there. But the paint, for the most part, is really nice and vibrant. It was featured, always like to see this on things when it was featured in Good Housekeeping magazine. It does have, it originally would have come with a little twisty key to open the lid there on the bottom. There's a little bit of discoloration, but for the most part, it is pretty good. And Snowdrift's new swing cover. So it does have like a little hinge. I'm not going to open the tin. I didn't open it when I got it. I think I don't know. I don't want to open it. Sometimes with these, they're hard to get back on if you open them or pull the lid off. They're a little bit harder to get back on in place. So that's why I didn't want to remove it. But this is what I see vision wise. They make a great riser for things. Definitely you could use this to put snowmen on. You could use it at Christmas time. You could use bottle brush trees, whatever you wanted to do with it. I just really, really like it. And it does also have a little bonus. It does have a little recipe for croquettes here on the side, which sound delicious. What does it say on there? So it says milk, salt, flour, snowdrift, a few grains of pepper. So it's a savory little croquette. I've seen dessert croquettes as well.
Amy, I was just going to say, you know what I see when I see that? I see like gates, like the way they took the white thing. So imagine putting your angels in front of that. Like those are maybe the gates of heaven behind it. That's what I see.
I mean,
yes.
Yeah,
I think that
I didn't think about her being
awesome
up there, but yeah, that's a good idea too with the angels. Yes. All right. So the measurement for this one, and they did do several different sizes of these tins. This one measures 5.5 by 5.5. And again, dates to the 30s. And really the only kind of discoloration is up here where the lid would separate and go on and off. There's not really any rusting that I can tell you about necessarily, but the front graphic is pretty good. This right here, that was not where a price sticker was when I purchased it. That was actually on the bottom. This was some other label, probably has been on there a good long time. I did not want to try and remove that. Okay, so let's count it down. I see Joe and Perry were in there. Thank you both so much. So let's count it down. We're looking for 22 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I did not do the measurement to the top of the handle, but that does add a couple inches to the handle. I did not measure it to the handle, just the top of the tin. This would also be good. I mean, it's snowy, but it would work if you wanted to use it for something for 4th of July too. Stuff with blue is just a little bit harder to find, I think.
Agreed.
All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, at the end there, looks like Joe had a just in case of 42, but L Goodfellow, new name to me, unless like we know you, your handle is just different. But congratulations, it's coming to you for 44. Thank you so very much. And if you are a new buyer, thank you so much. Just make sure and email me your information. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Amy, $22, and I'm gonna turn the wheel and pull into Kitschtown. So if you guys are looking for a fun, wintry, heading into spring and Easter kitschy piece, I think this little planter would be good for you. I spoke with Amy, and Amy thinks that it would be Ucago. We do think it is Ucago. So again, this is like some of the iconic kitsch when it comes to the fact that they added these little bunnies to a fun little sugared well that when I say sugared, it's actually supposed to mimic snow. So it is a little planter. So at least that's what I believe it is, or it was just a figurine that they allowed the center to be open. It is made of ceramic with no chips or cracks. And again, I think this would look fun in your winter heading into spring displays. So let's start with the cute little bunnies right there. They both have the very traditional red eyes. They did detail them with a little bit of gray on there. You have the maybe the piece of timber holding up the well. That's in pink. Then you have some peaches and some grays. They even kitsched up the bucket a little bit because that's a fun minty green. That's a real minty green. So it is double-sided. So that's what the back looks like. So again, this could be used all year long. It could be used from spring into Easter because, you know, usually some places get that spring snowfall. So that's what this could mimic. And again, I do believe it's made by the company of Ucago. The tag is gone, but usually that base and along with other examples help us narrow it down. So just $22. Let me give you some measurements. It's roughly about 4.5 inches tall. So right here's your tallest point. That's about 4.5 inches tall. It's roughly about 4 inches across. And some of these super sugared kitschy pieces can be very valuable and super collectible. Now my camera doesn't want to, there we go. It doesn't want to focus. So I think those cute little rabbits are super, super cute. They're up to no good.
They're snow bunnies.
They are snow bunnies. You're so right, Amy. Cute little snow bunnies. And then you can see how they kind of spilled the snow over. There's snow in the pail. You can see how they detailed the logs there with some of the brown. And again, I love the fact that there's some pastel sort of colors. You know, this time of the year, you want to start decorating with colors. It brings some warmth and joy into, you know, some darker, colder days. So $22 if anybody's interested. I do believe this is probably from the probably 1960s. Like Amy said, these are your little snow bunnies. Yes, they have red eyes, but most times when they depict bunnies, they do have red eyes. There are no chips or cracks. Sometimes these pieces hinged more on the porcelain side than just the ceramic side. Look, they even got the detail down to the little knot there where the bolt would have been holding the part of the well. You can see the brickwork, including some rocks they added. I just think it's really cute. And you could even work this into a Christmas display. You know, if you were a bunny collector and you wanted to work this into your Christmas display, you could. So one more time, it measures about 4.5 inches tall and about 4 inches across. You're right, Joe, you don't. Trying to find these heavily sugared pieces, like you could even pair this with Amy's dude on the sled that she just had. Like this would really work together if you're building a very wintry Christmas style display. And then this piece you can definitely leave out till Easter. So I'm not seeing any interest on it. We'll put it to the side and we will bring it back for the recap. I'm not holding it right. Almost dropped it. There we go. All right, we'll move on.
No dropping. No
yeah,
dropping.
Not in the new year. We're not doing that.
Okay. And I did not mention this, but if you guys have not been on YouTube within the past like month and a half or so, they went away from screen names and switched to handles. So if you don't like how your name is showing up in the chat, you can go into your either YouTube or Google settings under your profile. I believe that's where it is. And you can change it. You just can't use spaces, but you can use underscores and numbers and that sort of thing. So if you don't like how it's showing up, so Lisa, I apologize. It's just everybody's handles just show up totally weird, and we don't know who anybody is. So my next item is going to start at 24, and I just showed her. And I don't think that these are just for Christmas time. I like them for right now, and I like the feather angels, especially for wintertime for Valentine's Day. I think that they work just fine. Now, this one is not Holt Howard, FYI. This one is made by Delta Novelty, and yes, we have a sticker. It's on the inside right there. So she does have the cone, so the cardboard kind of cone body there, and she's covered with white feathers, and there's a little bit of kind of silver glittery accent on a few of the feathers just on the front. There's no glitter on the back, and she's holding her little magic star wand. She does have a little mercury bead for this hand and here at the center. Of course, her head is ceramic, very similar to the Holt Howard ones, but the Holt Howard ones are molded just a little bit differently, and they're painted just a little bit differently. Yeah, I wish I had one that I could put side by side to actually like compare to you, but I do not. And the back of her, she does have the stockinette wings, and there's no holes in the stockinette. They appear to be in good condition. So if you wanted to bend those, you just have to be very careful. That can be pretty brittle over time. But for feathers, there's maybe just a little missing here on the back right there, but that's on the back side. For the most part, I would say her feathers are in good condition. Not too much molting going on. Sometimes these can get pretty sparse if they're not stored correctly. If it were me displaying, she does sit just fine on her own. You just kind of have to place her because of that ceramic head. She wants to be a little top heavy. So, or if you want some extra security, you can put these on a receipt spike, and then that will help her stand up on her own. Or she can be a tree topper, of course, but I think she just is cute to sit around. measurement for her, she's 6 inches tall, 6 inches tall. So definitely not the largest of these available, or the smallest either. And the only kind of issue, there's a little rub in the glaze right there, kind of above her eyebrow. It's not really, I guess it's coming in pretty good. It's just, you can't even really feel it, but I did want to note that it's there. There is a little crazing to the head as well. So I saw Nikki Moss and Phantom of the, wow, Kathy. We're just going to say Kathy. That's much easier. Kathy's in there at 30. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 31 or more. Let's count her down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. All right. Nikki, I see her just in case, but there's no number there.
Put it in. She got it there.
Excuse me. All right. All right. Kathy's got a just in case in there. Nikki's got another just in case. All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. So it looks like at the end there, let's see. It's going to be Nikki Moss for 41. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $20. And I have a fun piece of advertising that I think is going to look great in your Valentine's Day display. With the red, you could also use it at Christmas time, or you could use it for St. Patrick's Day. I'm not St. Patrick's Day, for 4th of July. But $20. It is a black pepper tin. It is a larger size. It is the Sexton Pure Spice Company. I love the font on it. I just recently acquired this, and I thought this would look really, really great as a riser in your Valentine's Day displays. So if you research these, you have to make sure that you research how large they are. This is the 4 pound. So
I've never seen one that big.
No, awesome. I'm assuming this probably was industrial size, definitely probably used at a restaurant or something like that. So most of these probably were disposed of. Somehow this one stood the test of time. I do believe this is probably from the 1950s or maybe the very late 1940s. There is no barcode, but it's in really, really good condition. Now, you can see there is a little patina to the top here. So basically, when we show you guys these advertising pieces, kind of like when Amy was showing her lard tin, these are great if you're doing a display. So if you're building a display and you need some height in the back, that's what these are good for. These are also fun to kind of stage in your kitchen, especially this time of the year, heading into Valentine's Day. The red kind of pulls all of your decor together. So here's your front, a little bit of wear, not too much. Over here, you have the guy pulling his wagon. It kind of talks about, you know, where they import their spices from. It talks about how they, on the one side, how they mill things and they make sure that they bottle it or they can it right away. So this is the John Sexton and Company. It is the national wholesale grocers out of Chicago, Illinois. There's no major rust, but as I was showing you the patina here on the top, there was a label that was on it. I did my best to get it off. The previous owner did that. There is a little patina here to the top. I think if you oiled this, you could get the lid off, okay? I didn't want to damage it. I didn't want to hurt it. So the lid is permanently on. But if you want to get it off, you could probably, you know, use a little bit of oil and take it off. I don't know that you need to. There's nothing in it. It is empty. So it is empty. So Renee, I see you're 20. Thank you so much. Then here on this side, it kind of gives you their promotion that their spices are milled by Sexton, and then immediately and automatically they're sealed to capture, you know, all of their integrity, so they're not, you know, so that they're not weak spices when you get them. So again, this is the 4 pound Sexton Pure Spice Tin. There's what your bottom looks like. There's no major dents to it, no major rot or rusting. Now the height, it's 10 inches tall. It is 10 inches tall. It is 5 inches wide. I will spin it around really quick here so you guys can see. Just note there is a little wear, patina. These things weren't meant to be around. So they were meant to be used and discarded. So when they were used, they weren't, you know, used gingerly. spice. They were kind of, hammered around, used around. They weren't, taken too good care of. So that's,
I can't even imagine 4 pounds of pepper. It would take years to go through that much pepper.
Imagine the sneeze
Oh, no.
you would have with that. And then both sides have these graphics. So you can kind of display it however you want. But I was thinking if you guys collect tins, this would be fun to use in the kitchen, especially with Valentine's Day or 4th of July or at Christmas time. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. I did see Renee in at 20. Caroline is in at 21. So we are looking for 22 or more. This, I do believe, again, is from the 40s or the 1950s. There's no barcode. And this one hasn't surfaced on any other platforms for sale. So, and I do think the pepper kind of is something we all can, like if it was a weird spice, the pepper we can kind of relate with. So we're looking for 22 or more on the advertising tin, just in case for active bidders. And let's count it down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And again, if you work the, oh wait, the lid did come off. I just didn't twist it hard enough. Look how clean that is.
Wow.
That is really, really clean, you guys.
They used every bit of that pepper, by gosh darn it.
Kind of scared the hell out of me. I got the lid off. So Renee had it just in case of 26. Caroline has it just in case of 28. So Caroline, it's coming to you for $27. Now I just got to get the lid back on straight. Thank you, ladies, for all the bids.
All right, congratulations. Okay.
Jesus, there we go.
Let's see. All right, so since I was going with kind of a winter theme, I had to bring a little ice with me today. This brooch is, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Yes, I got a new camera, you guys. So it's really good at focusing in on the details, which I'm very pleased about. And this thing's got some dimension too. It's 1 inch rise on that thing. Sadly, there's no marking on this at all. No manufacturing stamp on the back. I do have a suspicion that it might be a Juliana piece, which wouldn't be stamped anyway. They would have just had a paper tag if it was Juliana, but it's very high quality. It's absolutely gorgeous white rhinestones. No missing stones on it. Everything is prong set in there. Huge stone in the center. And oh, it's just so pretty. And it's not round. I don't know what kind of shape to actually call that. It's not square. It's not diamond. It's not heart shaped. It's just kind of its own thing. And it is certainly sparkly. Out in the daylight, it really catches the light really pretty. It's got nice puddling on the back. It does have a bar safety clasp on the back side, but yes, no manufacturing stamp on it at all. It's a big one. It's 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. That would be like a perfect candidate to wear on a hat. Of course, if you have a black jacket that you wear in the wintertime, I think that would be perfect for that. Definitely. No Aurora Borealis on it. So it doesn't have that AB effect. It's just sparkly white. I love that thing. It's shield. That's a good way to describe it, Janet. Shield. I like that. All right. I see, I saw Melanie was in there. I see Susan is also in there. Welcome in. We are looking for 29 or more. Again, 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. And then it does have a 1 inch rise with that dimension on there. And everything is how it's supposed to be. No missing stones or anything like that. Just gorgeous. All right, let's count it down. We're looking for 31 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. You might be seeing blue because it's reflecting probably off my computer screen. That's probably the blue that you're seeing. It's the computer light. She's just nice and sparkly when you get her in person.
Beautiful.
All right. So there is that bid end from Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. All right, so Susan had that just in case over Melanie's 30. So Susan, congratulations for 31. It is coming to you, Susan. I don't know based on your handle if you're a new friend or not, but if you are, please make sure and email me your information. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, these are going to start at $24, okay? And before I show them to you guys, me and Tina and me, myself, I've collected salt and pepper shakers for probably almost 30 years now. I've never seen these. I've never even seen these on eBay. Not saying they're rare. I just have never seen these before. So these are some of the most kitschiest.
I've never seen those either.
And they are made by Lefton because they still have their original
Really?
Lefton stickers on them. So they're very sculpted. Something I've never seen. I have to imagine maybe they did a fun series of these. I don't know. Now, there's no chips or cracks, but they must have been attached to something, and the new owner is going to have to take this label off, okay? I did not want to take the chance of taking the label off here. I'm thinking a little razor blade. I think they were like stuck to something, okay? But they weren't stuck to it when we found them. So there's just like remnants of a sticker here. So you're either going to have to clean that off or take that off. There's your Lefton sticker on the back of him. And then that sticker is also here on the back of this one, okay? But the black here is actually glazed over. So to clean that off, you're not going to hurt any cold paint. And this guy here also has his Lefton sticker as well. So get back into it here. These are salt and pepper shakers, $24. I think that's a really good price on these. I've never seen these before. I think these are some of the neatest, kitschiest, sculpted cows that I've ever seen. They have those fun little flowers in their head there. One is yellow and one is pink. I know it's getting washed out. No chips or cracks, but there is a little manufacturing defect up here on the top of the head of this one. So there you can see, I don't know, it's kind of just, you can kind of see the porcelain must not have poured right, but nothing's broke off because that's all glazed over. So there's your 3-hole, cute little kitschy face. I think they're really, really fantastic.
These are, I have never seen these. Now I'm wondering if there's other pieces that match them.
I
you
feel
know how
like
Lefton does.
I feel like there might be. So, and then even the bell has the gold paint on it still. There's no wear to it. They do have what I believe is their original stoppers. So these are probably 1960s with that style stopper. They are made by the Lefton company. So they're standing in 2 different poses. So there is your first one. That was your 3-hole. And then this one here, we got a whole set. Hey, Heidi, good to see you. Is your 2-hole. And again, there are no chips or cracks to the pieces. Just note there was some kind of sticker on there. I figured the new owner could get a little ambitious on that if they wanted to, but I don't think it takes away from them whatsoever. Look at those cute little kitschy eyes. And again, faintly, the one flower is painted yellow. The other one is pink. And again, these are super, super cute. I have never seen these before. If anyone has, please let me know in the chat. I tried to do some research on them. I couldn't find out anything on them. I'm happy that the Lefton sticker is still on there.
I bet there's a sugar bowl and a creamer that matches.
There has to be. There has to be.
They're so cute.
And they measure roughly, now this is a rough estimate because they're both, standing in 2 different poses, about 2.5 to about 3 or 3.5 on the one standing there on its side. So I know that this might feel a little more spring, but I thought these 2 little cows kind of looked like they were in love and would look cute in your Valentine's Day display, or, especially if you do a fun little Easter display, maybe a farmyard, you want to use these little guys. And I know folks collect cow things and keep them out all year round. So Nancy, thank you. I see you in at 24. We're looking for 25 or more. And again, these are salt and pepper shakers. You can see where they did put in some pink details in the ears. No chips or cracks whatsoever. They do retain their original Lefton stickers. They have their stoppers. Just note that the new owner is going to have to clean off whatever was over here on the back. So I think a little bit of, just get under that. You can get that off, no problem. So there's that one again. Here's that one. Let's go ahead and do a countdown on these. If Amy hasn't seen them or I haven't seen them, I got to tell you.
Well, especially you, because you guys collect salt and pepper shakers.
I
Like,
started collecting shakers when I was 16 years old. And since I've been 16 till now, that's roughly 30 years. And I have never seen these ever. Because if I did, I would have bought them. So we're looking for 24. We're looking for 25 or more. And we are doing just in case for active bidders. So let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Nancy's holding tight at 24. We're looking
Jason,
for 25 or more. Yes.
those are utterly adorable.
Oh, they are. They are. They are.
I
Hey,
had to
Terry.
get a cow joke in there.
Good to see you, Terry. All right, Nancy, you came in after. It didn't matter. They're yours for $24. Thank you so much, and congratulations. They're good. Love them.
Thanks, Gavin. Thanks. All right. Congratulations. I can't resist. Can't resist. Utterly. Exactly. Okay. I'm going to bring my big Micah snowman. He's so cool. I love him. I have never seen one quite like him, not covered in the mica glitter. I've seen some that are a little bit similar in style, but not quite like him. And he's not a candy container. All right. He doesn't come apart like you would think he would be. He's more of like a giant putz style snowman, and I'm here for it. And he's on little skis. You can see he's on little skis. I would say generally he's in really good condition. There's a little, and I'll show you when I turn him to the back, just a little bit of wear to the back of his hat. But for the most part, he's pretty darn good. So he is made in Japan. He's not German. So he is stamped Japan on the bottom. And he measures 7.5 inches tall, about 5 inches wide, and then 3 inches this way. Now, his hat is cardboard. So he is fully cardboard and then covered with the mica, okay? And he's got cardboard hat with the painting snow on the top, and he's got some of that awesome embossed spider web gold foiling around his hat, which I love that. He's got the gold foiled or green foiled little eyes, and then little mica nose, chenille stem for his earmuffs. This always makes me think of Bill. Why the snowman wear
Why do they have earmuffs?
Always. And then his little chenille smile, and then he has a flocked little paper bow tie and big old feet and hands. So on the back here for the hat, there's just a couple little tears in the paper, but really not that bad. And I can't really tell, like there's not really any kind of damage to the mica at all. There's just a little bit of cracking, and this is similar I've seen on the pine cone gnomes and that sort of thing. There's just a little cracking, like kind of where they're attached together, and I think that's pretty standard fare for condition wise. I think that's pretty across the board. So and he's just awesome. I think he can work for Christmas. He can work for right now. If you have snowman Valentines, you can leave him out because he's just awesome. I love him. I love a candy container snowman, but he's pretty awesome. I haven't even seen anybody at the Midwest Holiday Show have anything like him. All right. Right now I see Jennifer's got the high bid at 50. I saw Joe and Wendy in there as well. So we're looking for 51 or more. Again, 7.5 inches tall to the top of his hat. Let's count him down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid and counting's hard. Counting's hard.
I had to practice knowing we were coming back. I was like, wait, 20, 19, 18.
Haven't done it in a while.
He's so good.
All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so very much. All right. At the end there, Looks like Joe had a just in case of 78, but Miss Jennifer Cagle had a just in case of 80. So Jennifer, you are my winner at 79. Joe, your 90 did come in after the bid end. So Jennifer, congratulations. Snowman is coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, I got some Valentine's Day, and this is going to start at $24. $24. I haven't been able to find a lot of these candy hearts to bring to lives or even to have at the store, period. And this one is going to start at $24. It's in very, very good clean condition. You can see how large it is. I do believe it is from the 1980s. I will show you there is no markings on it. So this probably would have been one of those candy boxes that a mom and pop would have bought and probably filled with their own candy. So it's not like a Whitman or anything like that. So as you can see, it's very, very clean. It is very, very big. Caroline, I do see you in at 24. So we're looking for 25 or more. You can see that it is lace and it is silk. And then this does have a silk flower in the center. So that helps me sort of date it. If it would have like a plastic fantastic flower, it might be more 60s or 70s. But into the 1980s, they used more of the silk flowers. You can also see that there's no real flat, spots on it. Sometimes when these are stored, the flowers get kind of smashed. This flower is in really, really, really nice condition, and there are no stains to the lace or the satin whatsoever. So
do you see William's comment?
What, Amy?
Do you see William's comment?
No, Jay, that matches Tina's. Yes, it does match the lingerie bag in our, maybe that's my lingerie bag. I don't know that that's necessarily Tina's. So, but the back is red, and here is what the inside looks like. So there's what that entails. There's no real staining from candies or anything. And this is a nice heavy one. And that's what also makes me believe it's from the 1980s. Some of these, quote, generic ones, and I only say the word generic because they don't have a candy company on. They did use them up into the 90s, but the cardboard got really, really flimsy and flat. So you can see how thick the cardboard is on this. And it's a nice, nice big one. Again, this measures about 16 inches wide. It is about 15 inches long. There are no dents to the cardboard whatsoever. Very clean. Again, like I said, the ribbon, the silk, and the lace are in good, clean condition. And I also love the detail that if you kind of catch that just right, those little spots, some of them kind of look like little hearts. Okay. Some of them look like little hearts. I don't think that was intended, but one or two of them will catch your eye. It does look like a heart. So we're in at 24 with Caroline. Again, we're looking for 25 or more. This is one of those candy hearts, so it would add candies in it. I do believe it's from the 1980s. This would have been one that they would have bought from a company who produced them, and it probably would have been a mom and pop candy company that filled them up with chocolates and then sold them. This isn't, from one of the other companies I just mentioned it, like one of the other candy companies. What did I just mention? The Whitman. Yes, or like a Whitman candy company. So let's go ahead and count this down. We're looking for 25 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. You can see how clean and red it is too. So 20, 19, 18, 17, yes, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 25 or more. The bid end. And boy, are these getting difficult to find.
I don't ever see those big fluffy ones.
No. And these are so collectible now. And again, if you find them with the plastic flower, they're probably 1960. So there's our bid end. All right. I think Caroline's getting ready to build her Valentine's Day display. So Caroline, it's yours. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Okay. My next run's going to start at 24. Parmesan. Oh, he's awake.
Is he on the move? Oh, he's looking.
He's been sleeping in that spot for like hours on end. Okay. I have a bigger bisque dolly for my next round. She's so cute. And I brought her tonight because she's in her winter wear. She is in this lovely little woolen coat, lined in purple, which you guys know I talk about purple stuff. Not easy to find. And then she's got her little muff to keep her little hands warm. I love the style. Not quite the glowy girl, little finger wave haircut. Hers is more of like a page boy little haircut, but she's got lashes for days. And then underneath her little coat, she has a cute little purple dress trimmed in lace and little flowers. There's little petticoat, little bloomers under there. She's just, I don't know if somebody made this for her. If they did not miss any kind of detailing with her. She is jointed. So she is a made in Japan, larger bisque doll. There's no chipping to her. There's the back of her little coat. So she is a little blondie, but I really like that it's purple. And the little, I don't know, overhanger of her muff and the little closure actually has a snap on it to bring her little coat closed, is trimmed in blue. I just really like her. Measurement for her, she's 6.5 inches tall. But I had not seen one with little winter attire like that before. I do always look at these bisque dollies, and it's kind of a satiny material that's on the inside of her coat. And this is very soft and fluffy on the outside. And then her little dress is made out of different kinds of cotton, little appliques on her dress. So cute. All right, I see Miss Melanie's in there at 24. Thank you so much. We're looking for 25 or more. Let's count her down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bit end. But I wish that she had some boots or something to go over her feet. They're going to get cold. Her hands are going to be nice and warm, but her feet will be cold. All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Melanie, I saw your just in case you didn't need it, lady. She's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $14 choice. But before I show that, Karen Williams sent me, she found the cream and sugar.
No way. There is a cream and sugar.
Found the cream and sugar for the cows. So that's awesome. So thank you, Karen. I had to share that before I forgot, or while people were still here and saw it. So $14 choice. I have 2 Valentine's Day planters that will work well as risers for you. Now, this is going to prove that what's similar is different, because these are made by 2 different companies, okay? But I'll show them to you up close, but there they are together. You can see they're similar. One has more green details and one has more pink details. So $14 choice. These are planters. They are planters, and these would be awesome. I kind of stacked them like blocks in my reel. They would be really fun to use as risers in your Valentine's Day display. So this one does have a little bit of crazing on the inside. Somebody put a plant in a planter. I don't know, but somebody put a plant in this one. So there is some crazing, but the outside is very nice and vibrant and in good condition. This is actually made by Relpo. Okay, so this one is made by Relpo. That is your green one. The pink one is made by Giftware. So this one's made by Giftware and has its label underneath it. So this just goes to show that a lot of these ceramic companies had molds and either shared them or companies made them. And then depending who they were, selling them to, then they stamped their company on the bottom. So again, these are fun planters. They are squared, yes, but these are fun to actually hold your Valentine's Day cards that you're going to put in your display. You put something over top of it. You can build your display with a riser. Just like Amy's doll that she just sold, you could pop it in there. You can do all sorts of things with these squared ones. Not everybody's into the kitschy figural ones. So, and these can scream very 1960s. They can look very modern. So this will be your first one that you're choosing from, and we're going to go by green. Okay, so Renee, see your 14. They measure about 4 by 4. So they are squared, 4 by 4. No chips or cracks to the outside whatsoever. And you can see where we have pink and red that repeats. Remember, inside was used, so there is some crazing. So that's going to be your green one, and that's made by Relpo. Now, this one has pink and all of the hearts are red on this one. Okay, so when it came to this company here underneath, which is giftware, get that in there so you guys can see giftware. There's a little bit of that floral sticky tack still stuck in the bottom. I could not get all of it out, so that's there on the inside. But this one is super cute as well, just a little bit different. So maybe you like the non-traditional Valentine's Day, so you like the green one. Maybe you want the pink and the red hearts, so you want the green one. Maybe you just want all pink and red, then this one would be for you. And this one here has, like I said, red on every side, and it has the details with these fun flowers. So I think they would be fun if you wanted them both, because what I did was I kind of used them as blocks and stack them sort of like that in my display, or should I say my reel, when I filmed my reel. So you can twist it like that. You can see that side has no flowers. No flowers. This side does. And the Relpo one only has flowers on one side. But then the Gift Craft has flowers on two sides. Again, similar yet different. So I thought that was really, really fun to stack them like that. You
can keep your Valentine cards in there too.
Absolutely. You can definitely use that to hold your Valentines. I haven't said this for a while. Maybe you're going to decorate in your living room. This could hold your remote controls. You could put your remote controls in here. Maybe your little Craftmatic riser button in the chair. I don't know. Or you could actually use this. One final thought that I had, honestly, these make good hostess gifts. You could definitely, even though there is some crazy, and you could put Valentine's candies in here. Kind of like what Fatbirds does, and then you could put the cellophane around them and then gift this to maybe somebody, because Valentine's Day stuff is getting expensive, you guys, and the vintage is hard to find. I would be over the moon if somebody gifted me one of these planters with some candies and things in it. So Dana is in it at 15, so we're looking for 16 or more, and you're going to choose between the all pink or the one that's green, and again, the green has pink and red hearts. This one just has all red hearts all the way around. So counting them down, we're looking for 16 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're at 15. We're looking for 16 or more active bidders. Can use it just in case if they'd like to. This one is your Relpo, which is the green. And it's like got some minty green in there too. And then this one is your giftware. And that one is all red on red. So Renee, looks like Renee gets first choice at 16. So Renee, you get first choice at 16. Did you want the one with some green details? Very springy, or did you want the pink? So you can choose pink or green. Of course, you can pick both. I'm digging that. I'm thinking that's a really fun idea to do. If I was able to keep these, that's what I would do. So, all right, Renee, we're seeing the vision. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Definitely both. I agree with that.
Absolutely.
All right. I haven't had one of these in a while. I found this on New Year's Day, and it is a antique signature album. You guys know, if you've been around a while, I love these. And I haven't found one in a while. This one is completely full. It's going to start at 16. Now, I will say there is some wear here at the binding. Okay. There is some cool embossing at the back. I like when they do the details that they don't have to do. And I will say that the very back of that is it's a little loose, although there's nothing coming out, but it is full. Okay. And it has this little girl, kind of looks like, I don't know, maybe it is supposed to be a boy. Sometimes in these late 1800s depictions, it's hard to tell, but they're dressed in like a little sailor suit kind of. And it has the embossed kind of leaves in the background and the album. And what I can tell you about this was Ella's book, and the dates range in here. The oldest is 1885 through 1889. So there's a whole range of different years in here, and it is completely full. So there's some writing on the inside cover here. And what's cool in here is, I'm not sure if it was Ella that went through here, But throughout the book, besides people that she had sign it, there's these gold inked pages that have quotations, poetry from different writers and poets throughout. And to use gold ink in the late 1800s, that was pretty ritzy to have a gold ink. So I think that's pretty cool throughout. And there's some really cool handwriting that's in here. And I don't know if I can, some of them I can't read the best, truth be told, but I love the handwriting. And I did see some that were in some different languages as well. But look at this handwriting. This one is a William Shakespeare quote that's in here, but look at this writing.
Oh, that's
Isn't that cool?
Good. That's really good.
It definitely looks like it's probably a quill, some sort of quill pen or fountain pen with gold ink, but it's just really unusual to see gold inking in here. So most of these, they're classmates or friends that were addressed to Ella. And this one is 1885, dated there at the bottom. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I will leave that. It's just fun to look through. I don't know. I like these history things, ephemera like this. I just really like to look that. So here's a double page spread where there's the gold, looks like an Allen Poe quote there, and then an inscription to Ella on the opposite side. There's also some German scrap die cuts that are pasted in here. See if I can flip to one real quick. There's several that are in here, but there's some of those throughout as well, which I also like. Sometimes those came off the place cards and they went ahead and took them off the place cards and then pasted them in here. So you can see that there's different colored paper pages that are in here. Here's a double spread with some die cuts as well. But it is completely full. I didn't see any kind of blank pages in here. They all have something written on them, which I think is fun. And I like to see people's handwritings and people's names and what they have to say. There's even happiness that makes the heart fond. Yeah, it just depends. And the latest date I saw in here was 1889. I didn't see anything past that, but there is a lot of that gold gilding writing in here. All right. I am going to get caught up on the chat. I see Dana and Pam. Hey, Pam. Caught up there. So Pam's got the high bid right now at 32. Measurement for this is 6x4. Again, it does have some wear to the back, and it is a little loose at the very back where the pages are attached. Right in there, it's a little loose. Okay. All right, let's count it down. We're looking for 36 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Even displaying the cover, I think, is really, really phenomenal.
So the last quote in here is from Longfellow. So definitely some poetry going on in here. All right. Well, hey, Wings. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, at the end there, looks like Lisa had a 37. Pam and Wings both had a 40, but the very first one I do see on my screen is Pam. So congratulations, Pam. It's coming to you for 40. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $25. $25, but before we get into it, there is a repair to my Napco Miss Cutie Pie, okay? So there is a repair. That's why she's starting at 25. You can see that somebody must have dropped her at one point and cracked the handle, okay? So there is a repair. It doesn't want to focus. So there is a repair right here. Let me see if we can get it to come in there. Now, what's good is that the repair is right here. The whole handle has not separated. So when you sit her and you display her, you do not see that because that is on the top. So let me get in there so you guys can see. There we go. Now you can definitely see. So there is a repair there to the handle. Now, when I bought her, I thought that she was one of the mugs. I believe this is one of the sugars without its lid. And that's because of the side of the handles, the side that the handle is on, okay? So for me, the way I'm sitting here, the handle is on the right-hand side. So usually the right-hand side, that always, at least in the research I did, she should have a lid and she was a little covered sugar. The mugs had the handle on the left-hand side, okay? But I really don't think it matters at that price point. This would be your starter piece. This is a really, really difficult series to find pieces for. It came in 3 different colors. It came in blue, came in yellow, and it came in pink, okay? So if you guys love kitschy things, and I thought this little cutie pie here would be great in your Valentine's Day display, or it would be good in your Easter or all year. These are not easy to find. Any of the pieces are just not easy to find. They are easily noticed because they are stamped on the bottom and they do say Miss Cutie Pie. So there does look like there's a little bit of a chip there on the bottom. That does not really display too much on the other side there. And if you're not familiar, these are very, very much in the style of PY. So they're very heavily glazed. They're very highly, highly detailed. And they have all these great kind of flowery details that are on them. So you can see that there's no major crazing. And even a lot of times, a lot of the details on the faces of these wear off. So folks either damage them or have some kind of issue. The face is in perfect condition. You have the fun blonde hair here. There is a little bit of a repair here to the handle. But again, at $25, this would be your starter piece. You can see there is a little bit of crazing on the underside, but you're not really seeing that because that's on the inside of the head there. Measurements on it, it's about 4 inches tall by 4 inches wide. So usually when these are in pristine condition, they can sell for, and if they have their lid, they can sell for, $40-some and up. Sometimes they can go up into the hundreds, depending what they are. So they made a sugar and a cream, and I do believe this is a sugar that's missing its lid. When I bought it, I thought it was one of the mugs because they're almost the same size. The mugs are a little bit different, but I thought this was a mug. But in my research, because the handle is on my right, so I don't know how you guys are seeing it, but on my right, this would be, and you can hold this. I mean, the repair, they did a very good job. So you can hold it. It's safe, and I think it's going to ship safe for you. But again, this is going to be your starter piece, or if you don't care that it was repaired, then it can be your permanent piece. But these are so detailed. They're kind of unisex. Sometimes they look like little boys. Sometimes they look like little girls. They have the little freckles on there. Again, there's no damage to the front. There is a weird repair to the handle, and I say weird because somebody must have dropped it. A piece came out, but the whole handle didn't come off. It was just there on the top. And then there's either a manufacturing defect or a small little nip here on the bottom. So Melissa, I see you in at 25. We're looking for 26 or more. Again, this is fun. You put this up on your shelf. Nobody's going to know that there's anything wrong with it. At Easter time, you can put a big egg there in the top. You could put plants in there if you want to, or just display it with your Miss Cutie Pie collection. Again, it measures 4 by 4, which by those dimensions, I do believe that this is the sugar that's missing its lid. So, and Amy, I think you have a fun piece of this that's going to be coming.
I do. I have a teapot.
So
I don't know when that's coming. I don't know when that's coming to a sale, but it will be in January sometime.
And again, they came in 3 colors. So I don't know if one's rarer than the other. You can mix and match the colors, but they came in this blue, they came in a pink and a yellow. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. We're looking for $26 or more on the sugar. It's made by Napco, and it is Miss Cutie Pie. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And I think this blue looks good with the reds of Valentine's Day. That's also why I brought it. Blues are good, of course, just here in January. In February, you can decorate with your blues. And then this also look good heading into Easter time as well. So, Melissa, congratulations. It's yours for $25. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Okay. This guy is pretty special. I've only ever had 2 other ones of these. And actually the other ones that I had were larger than this guy. This guy's a little bit smaller than the other 2 that I found, and he's a bottle brush tree snowman. Not easy to come by. Like I said, only the 3rd one I've ever run across out in the wild before. So like your traditional bottle brush tree, he's got his little wood slice base, and then he's that sisal tree for his little body. And he's just the cutest thing ever. I just absolutely love him. He has a black plastic hat. So this is a little metal hanger. So it's metal wire. So you could flex that out and hang it however you want, but you don't have to hang him like an ornament. He can sit just fine, just like a bottle brush tree. He also has his original little tiny paper made in Japan sticker on his little scarf, which is a chenille stem. And then his eyes, nose, and little button are mercury beads. So little glass mercury beads for that. Incredibly hard to find these guys. And they did come in not just your typical snowman color. They did come in some fantasy colors as well. Pink, blue, green that I have seen, and different colored little plastic hats as well. I came across him. I can't remember if this was before Christmas or after Christmas. I don't remember when I came across him. But I think he's the perfect candidate to leave out right now. So this is not the smallest size. They would also come in about half his size as well, and much larger than that as well. He does measure 4 inches, 4 inches tall for him. And I'll show you him sitting.
Amy, I like how you describe them as fantasy colors. I never thought about describing it that. I like
fantasy colors. Oh, well, I mean, like, you know, like snowmen don't really come, you know, pink and blue and stuff. I don't know.
That.
That was just the word that popped into my brain.
I love that. I'm using that.
But he is white sisal, and then he's coated in mica glitter. It is not, well, yeah, I guess it is sparkly. I am seeing it catch the light a little bit. So it's not just flat white snow, but he is mica glittered. I just love him. Jason, how often have you seen these guys?
I have never, ever had the privilege of finding one of these ever. Yeah. I did find one. Okay. The only thing I ever found was part of it, and it was just the head. Just the
really?
Head. Yes.
Just the head of the snowman.
Yep.
Yes, he is Japan. He's Japan there, and then his little tiny tissue paper tag that says made in Japan attached to his scarf as well. I believe Mr. William owns my other 2 that I had a couple years ago for the Christmas marathon. But he's the only other one that I've ever come across. So I see MJ's in there. Thank you so much. We're going to count snowman down. We're looking for 29 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid at. I almost put him in my Christmas bin and put him away. I almost did, but he said, no, there you got some other snowmen. I want to come out to play too.
So good.
All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, MJ, he's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Amy, $12. And KP, I did see your email come in. I tried to open it, and the photo isn't loading for me. So if you can, email it to me again and try it again, or I'll try it on the computer later. But I did get your email, but the picture's just not opening for me. So
Jason, what did you say?
$12, Amy. $12. And I have this fun Playmate book. I think you've seen these.
Ooh, yes.
Maybe before. There is a little bit of wear to this, but there's nothing majorly wrong with it. None of the activities were done in it. It is from February of 1953. I love the Victorian attire that the 2 children are wearing. I think this alone would look good if you framed it or displayed it in your Valentine's Day display. You can see there is a little bit of wear right here to the spine or the side of it. But other than that, I think it's in really, well, I'm sorry. There is also this. Back here, there's a little separation. So those are your two major issues with the book. But I have to tell you that when it comes to these activity books, it's very hard for me to find these Playmate books. I'll find Wee Wisdoms, 10 times before I find one of these. And I think these fonts that they use are really, really good in your vintage display. So if you're doing something earlier, like let's say you do like a Victorian display for Valentine's Day, even though this is from 53, I think this is going to look really, really good. If you do like a traditional 50s look or even a modern day look, this will look really nice in it. So the book measures about 6 by 9, so about 6 inches across, about 9 inches long. Here you can see, like I said, the front's in really good condition, 20 cents, just the other way I showed you. So some of the activities in here I want to show you. Also, guys, I just want to remind you that when you have these older books, sometimes the things in here you need to be aware of. It's a different era. Things that they talked about then isn't what is acceptable now. So please always remember in these books or literature, sometimes some of the things are period to the time. It's not current thought process, okay? So just remember that when you buy these, and before you let little youngsters flip through them, which you're not going to with this book, just look it over and make sure that everything's appropriate. So one of the pages in here that I think is really neat is you have this song that you could play or sing. It is To My Valentine. So you can see those graphics right there. So that's something fun in there. And again, none of the activities, the crossword puzzle, none of those are done at all. This, I think, is really fun. This would be neat if you wanted to open this up in your display. This is their depiction of the Sandman. So here we have the Sandman. I don't know, but there's a story, and there are fairy tales in here as well. This one's really fun because look how whimsical these paper animals are. So instead of like paper dolls, these were supposed to be your little paper angel.
Look at the cat.
Your little paper animals, and you'd have little kitty friend. Could dress little kitty friend up. You have Tim the tiger in here as well. Then they are not cut out. And I think this is worth having the book right here. If the front doesn't get you, you actually have, especially if you guys are fairy collectors, you have a picture of a Valentine's Day fairy. So again, these graphics in here are very Victorian style to me, I think. And look at the fairy here with the little fairy children. They also look like they have butterfly wings. So that's on the inside.
They're cutting out hearts.
Yes, they are, because they're the little Valentine's Day fairies. So you can see even they're having their little party. Look at all those beautiful Valentines there. And then the children were supposed to color their own version, which I kind of like the black and white just as much. So there's little fables in here. There's little riddles in here. There's all kinds of stuff. There's actually a little giggle area where there's little puns and little jokes in here. Again, really fun, and it's a really neat book. Just note that we have a little bit of wear right here. And then when it was stored, this kind of bent and separated just a little bit, okay? So other than that, this book's never been used. And these books seem to be more difficult for me to find because I think, you have the whole front. It's all paper. They didn't really, coat it with anything like the Wee Wisdoms or any of the other ones did. So, MJ, I do see you in at 12. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 13 or more. Let's count it down. And we are doing just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. You can see the children are dressed in like Victorian attire, sort of like they're at a grand dance. Kathy, I do see you're 13. MJ, I see you in at 14. Not even the back has been cut or filled out. So again, it's a really fun piece of ephemera.
What's the contest on the back page?
The contest.
There's always a contest.
It is. I don't see where it says anything for a contest. Is it on the inside?
Really? On the very back page on the inside? On the inside.
The Valentine's Day contest, you are supposed to copy the Valentine on this page, any size, and then I don't know what you're supposed to do with it, but you're supposed to take this heart. I forgot about that. Take that heart and you have to submit it by March 15th. And what they want you to do, it says copy the Valentine on this page, any size you wish, by ruling lightly on blank paper, the same number of squares shown above, and then you're supposed to draw it. So you're supposed to draw your version of that heart and submit it, and it can be any size, but they just want you to keep it within scale of what they've done, and then you're supposed to submit it. And then the prizes, man, that's some serious cash.
They always give some great prizes.
Oh, that's right, Amy. That's right. The first prize
the
is
Halloween one. You got to win a puppy.
Yeah, this one you get a Cocker Spaniel. So you can either pick. You can either choose $50, a Cocker puppy. It says a Cocker puppy or a bike. Man, that would be a tough choice. Look,
that's some serious prizes there.
Cocker puppy or a bike. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going Cocker Spaniel. You could, Renee. All right, guys. So MJ, it's yours for $14. Thank you so much. I forgot about
MJ, you better mail that in and see maybe you can win a Cocker Spaniel.
Get it in quick. A bike or a dog?
I don't know. All right. I have a choice round and it's going to start at 14. I have two little snowsuit cuties. And they're by two different manufacturers. Actually, we're not going to do that. And they're going to start at 14 for choice. So this one is the first one. And these are both in little snowsuits. And I don't know if they're pixies or they're just little kids in snowsuits. I don't know. But I thought I'd bring them together. This one is the larger of the two. And he is made by UCAGCO. There is a series of these in their little snowsuits with the stars and painted with a little gold trim, different poses. I believe there's 3 different ones of these. So there's no chips or repairs on either one of these. And it is kind of not showing true to color. It's white on the suit, but then there's like some blue kind of shadowing and then the gold trim on him. And he's very cute. So I think they're in snowsuits. That's what I see anyway. That's what I've always known these as, the little snowsuit kids. And then this one is more pixie-esque. I would say he's more pixie style to me, but also looks like he's in a little snowsuit with mittens and boots and with his little red scarf. This one is made by Norcrest. There's also a series of these guys in different poses, but all similarly dressed. And he's got some buns back here in the back. Look at that. He does squats, and he's showing it off in his little snowsuit. Also, no chips or repairs on him. Both of these do have cold paint, but both of them, there's just minimal wear on either one, but you can see that the one in the gold is just a little bit bigger. The UCAGCO one with the star is 4 inches, and the little Pixie Norcrest is 3 1/4. I think they look cute together, although they're from different manufacturers. I think they're cute in their little snowsuits. Again, I believe these were in a series with different poses that you could get. I see Sandra. I see you. Thank you so much. And MJ just popped in there as well. So we're looking for 15 or more on choice. And let's do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. How are you guys liking this new camera? Can you see the details really good?
It's fantastic.
I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with it so far. Sometimes it doesn't always translate on the tube or on the TV, but it looks pretty clear here on the screen. And it's really fast at focusing. Oh, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so Miss Dana is going to get first choice. So we will go with star or red. Star or red, or you can take both if you want to keep them together. And second choice, since I had 2 14s, is going to go to Sandra, was the first one, and then to MJ. So Dana, let me know.
Yeah, Renee's
that
right.
brooch really showed up pretty good. Yeah. All right. Waiting to hear Red Booty Boy for Dana. Okay, Red Booty Boy. You got it. Thank you, Dana. Okay. Second pick's going to go to Miss Sandra. So I do have the UCAD co-star guy. So Sandra or MJ, I can just watch the chat if either one of you are interested in him. Thank you so much.
All right, $14, Amy, if anybody is interested. And the accordion children are going to return in 2026. So
you have more accordions?
Oh, I got more
accordion
folks than you could fill an accordion with. Let me tell you what. So I thought this little guy here could be a couple different things. I was offering him at this time of the year because I thought even with his wings, you could use him as a little cherub in your Valentine's Day display. With his style of wings, he could be an angel. He could be a butterfly. He could be a fairy. But again, I think he's super cute and very whimsical at $14. And he's sitting on a little pupper, a little poodle. So I think that's really, really fun. Yes, I do. You're right, Karen. I do. So again, this is one of these made in Japan dime figurines. Matter of fact, he is stamped, I think, 20. I think he was 29 cents at one time. I think that's a little 29-cent stamp. So again, he's a really cute little kitschy figurine. And he would look great, I think, if you're into poodles and you're going to do a Valentine's Day display. So no chips or cracks. Again, he's in really good condition. You can see the detail there to the eyelashes, the green eyes. Again, even with those wings, this could fall into your spring display, and you could call him, a little butterfly boy. He could be your little angel boy. But I was bringing him because I thought he would be really fun if you used him as a cherub. I think he kind of speaks to me as a little cherub. Even if the wings are a little yellow, I think cherubs could have yellow wings. So you can see he's super three-dimensional. He's sitting on the back of the puppy. Here is what the back looks like. The gold's in really good condition. No chips to the wings. His hair is in really good condition. He's just clean overall. So Renee, see you're 14. He measures about 3 inches tall. So he's going to look really cute. And you can leave him out all year round. 3 inches tall, and he's about 2.5 inches wide. Poor puppy looks stunned.
I was just going to say, he doesn't look too jazzed about the accordion being played.
He's like, I don't know. He's not into accordion music. But again, I thought this would be fun heading into Valentine's Day. He could kind of be your little cherub. So Renee, I see you're 14. We're looking for 15 or more. And again, if you have more of these dime-sized poodles, you could add more of them. Maybe you could find more of these little guys. I know some of them are sitting on chairs, other animals. You could add to it or just use this all by itself. And he's playing that stunned little poodle, little Valentine's Day medley with his accordion. So let's count it down. 15 or more from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I think that's what I love about Kitsch. So they really did make him look like a real life little boy or little cherub. And then they're like, all right, let's just make the dog look a little stunned and scared, like he's maybe a stuffed animal. Maybe he's not fully with it. I don't know. But that's what I love about Kitsch right here. So just waiting on that bid end. And again, you're holding it, Renee, and you guys can use it just in case if you're an active bidder on this fun little cherub. He's just ripping it with a little Lawrence Welk right there, let me tell you. So, Renee, thank you so much. He's yours for 14.
Lawrence Welk. That's hilarious. Okay. These are cool. I've had these in my personal stash for some years. And I'm going to let these go today. And I have 2 sets. All right. So you're going to get sets of 4. So that's the choice. Sets of 4. Choice starting at 16. And these are vintage Dixie cups in the larger size. They did make these in different sizes, but there's 4 different winter designs on these, which I think are great for right now, great for display. And these, I'm going to see if that will come in. It's called the Frosty Treat design. They're on the bottom, and these are Dixie cups labeled. They're right there. Okay. So there's the Frosty Treat on the front. So this is the first one, which is the girl on her skis. I just love these. So they're red and blue waxed cups. So that's the skiing one. And they're all unused, very clean. Okay. And they all measure about 4¼ Okay. Here is number 2. And we've got snowball fight going on with this one. She's just got hit in the back with the snowball. Look at him in the background making that big old snowball. And then she is winding up with one in the back. Okay, so that's the snowball. And both of these sets are the same. They have the same ones. And here is, we've got a doggy running in the snow. This one is the sledding or snow. There's also a snowmobile, looks like, in the back of that one. Look at her little sweater with a deer on it. I love that. These are just cool. There's some other smaller cups that Dixie did that kind of coordinate with these, probably about half that size, that have that as well. And then the last one is the ice skating one. So there's the frosty tree on the front. I don't know why there's a sailboat out on the frozen lake. I don't know what's up with that, but there she is, skating away on the frozen pond. And there she is with her ice hockey stick hanging out. What are they doing back there in the back? Oh, looks like they're just skating there in the back. So those are the 4 different designs. So the skater, we've got the skier, and then we have the snowball fight and ice sailing. I don't know. Is that a thing? I've never heard of that. And then we've got the sled.
With the wind. Yeah, with the wind, it might be.
Yeah, I don't know. I do know that there's some other ones. There's some other winter designs that they had in the series as well. I just don't have them. I know that there's several other ones that I don't have out here, but I don't see any interest in those. That's okay. We'll bring them back at the recap and we'll get Jason going.
All right, Amy, this will be a choice round, $12 choice. $12 choice. And you got Joe in at 16.
I got Joe in there. All right, I'll go back. All right, you got it, Joe. Let's count it down. And it's for a set of 4. Okay, so you can take all 8 if you want as well. Just let me know. Okay, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Ice sailboating is the most Canadian thing I've ever seen. Is that really a thing? I'm sure there's one, it's right up there with curling, probably. Ice boating. All right, I see you just in case there, Joe. There is the bid end from Karen. All right, Joe, you let me know. I'll just watch the comments, but let me know if you want one set or both. Thank you so much. All right. What did you say, Jason?
$12 choice, Amy. $12 choice, and it's going to be choice. And assume that these are all used. Okay, so it's going to be choice. He's taking them all.
You got it, Joe. Thank you.
It'll be choice on either the 3 Valentine's Day postcards I offer you, or it'll be on the mechanical cards. Okay, so it is going to be $12 choice, and it's going to be choice on either all 3 of these Valentine's Day postcards that I show you, or you'll pick the 3 mechanical cards. So when you claim them, if anybody wants them or wins them, you'll claim either postcards or cards, okay? So here are the postcards. These are early ones, probably from the early 1900s. They have the mica glitter on the front. 2 of them are unused. 1 of them is used. They are your traditional postcard size. They're about 5.5 by 3.5, and they're made by the International Art Publishing Company. So you're actually getting the set of the 2 little cherubs with their spinning wheels. I pulled these. I will have some more postcards next week, but I pulled these because they have some blue details. So these are good for your love. They're good for Valentine's Day, but these are good as you're building your collection as you're building your display heading into Valentine's Day. So again, usually I offer these as choice, but you're getting all 3 of these for the $12. So here's your first one. We have the cherub girl there with her spinning wheel. We have the dove, and this is love's message. You can see where they are embossed. You can see the embossing on the back. This one is unused. So this one is unused. They're your traditional. There's not really major foxing or issues to them. And they're your traditional postcard size at about 5.5 by 3.5. So there was a series, and you'll have 2 of them. I think that these were just the 2 spinning wheel cherubs in this series. So there is the more female version. This is your more male version. So this is To My Valentine. So you're actually getting the set right there, but there's more in the series. This one I think is really beautiful too. You have the 2 cherubs. They're trying to deliver their Valentine's Day message in the mailbox, and this one says love message to Valentine. This one was used, but it was not postmarked, and it just says that it's going to Mr. Howard Striner, and it's in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. So I think it's Howard Striner. I don't think it's Howard Sterner. I think it's Howard Striner. And that's
it's not Howard Stern, right?
No. And you can see on these the mica glitter. You can see that there's still mica glitter on them. So those are your 3 postcards. MJ, I see you in at 12. Then your other choice will be the mechanical. So remember, you're going to claim postcards. These are going to be your cards, okay? So this one here, and these are all either pop-up or they're the ones that have the easel on them. So they will stand. So she's in very good condition, except she does have a bend there at her knees. So just beware that that is a little bent there, but she still has her easel part. And these are early Valentines. And this one says, what will my Valentine say to me? So she's doing the whole pick off the flower. He loves me not kind of thing. And you can see she has one of the little flower petals right there in her hand. So, and this one, and they are used. So this will be the first one in the mechanical cards that you're getting. And again, we're in at 12. We're looking for 13 or more. So you're going to get her. Lisa, I see you're 13. Now we're looking for 14 or more. This one is a pop-out card. So this one, you kind of push that out a little bit, and then it will stand. So they're playing like hopscotch. And this one says, I'm head over heels in love over you, my Valentine. So, and these are all American. I'm pretty sure they're all marked made in the USA. So this is going to be your second like mechanical style card that you're getting. So I think that's really cool. You got the fella there. He's got his kind of straw style hat on. She's very, they're very 1920s, 1930s kids. And this one is from Reba to Reba from Dale. So to Reba from Dale. These didn't come out of, so they have no like tears on the back. They didn't come out of an album. They just have been used. So that'll be your second one. And remember, you're getting all of them. So you're going to get all 3 of those right now at 13. So this one is this girl, and she swings, and she has this weirdness.
Oh,
I really love how the eyes kind of move with her while she swings back and forth. This one has the original easel on it too, so these will stand. You just want to be careful when you bend them. And then down here, first of all, let's just talk about the dog.
Cute.
How cute in 1930s and 1920s does that dog look? So you get that. And then down here, the script's a little hard to see, but it says, swing me. Let me get the light on it. Bear with me, guys. It says, swing me high, swing me love, and I will be your bow. So it says, swing me high, swing me love, and I'll be your bow. So that's what that says down there. Again, super cute. So that's your third mechanical card. So we're looking for 14 or more. So you'll get this whole lot right here on these 3 early Valentine's Day. So when you win, you'll either claim card or postcard. And these were your postcards. Again, one more time, we'll just quickly show you. You have the upright one, and then we have the 2 in the series of the spinning wheel ones with the mica glitter. 2 of them are unused. 1 is used. So we are doing just in case for active bidders, 14 or more. Let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Renee's in at 14. We're looking for 15. No smells, no issues. A little bit of wear to the mechanical ones. But those are all USA. And then these are International Art Publishing. So Renee's in at 14. Lisa has a just in case. I see MJ's just in case right after the bid end. I'm so sorry, MJ. So at 15, Lisa, you get first choice. Did you want postcards or did you want cards? Of course, you can take both if you're interested. So Lisa gets first choice at postcards or cards. If you could just specifically put in postcards or cards, that way I'll know. Renee, you'll have backup at 14. All right. So Lisa, I got you for the cards. Thank you so much. Renee, were you interested in the postcards? And Renee, if you pass, I think it goes back to MJ. So Renee, you have choice on the postcards if you're interested. And again, you'll pass. All right. So MJ, the postcards, if you wanted the postcards. So I don't want to assume. MJ, let me know if you were interested in the postcards, and they would be $12 if you're interested in them. If you are, just let me know. And Amy, I can watch the chat. If you pass MJ, we'll bring them back for the recap. But MJ, you can just say yes or postcards, and I'll know. And you again get all three of them. That's what you guys were bidding on. All right, MJ, thank you so much.
Yes.
You got it.
Right, you got it. Okay. I have, I'm bringing these back because they're fun for me to pair together. We got the first brooch hanky combo of 2026, and it's wintry. I love this hanky, and I just had to pair it with this little blue rhinestone number because of the blue that's in this hanky. So you're going to get both, and I'm going to start with the hanky because, so this is a children's hanky, and I know that this does come from a series. I've actually had another one of these from the series, but I love the colors in this. And so the one that is on this corner, and there's no holes, no stains. It's really nice condition. I don't think that it was ever used. Does still feel kind of starched to me. The little girl that's building the snowman with her little Scotty dog. And I love that this has got pink in it. I'm here for all the colors. And little Johnny here is making all the snowballs. Getting ready to do that snowball fight. We got a little horse-drawn carriage back there. Looks like she is running through the snow here. There's a car in the snow, and then he is shoveling the little snowbank there. And then it looks like there's a little truck kind of traveling in the snow as well. Dana, I see you. Thank you so much. And then we've got the polka dots, I think probably to mimic the snow falling down. Really nice condition on the hanky. It does measure 10 by 9.5. 10 by 9.5 on it. And that's why I wanted to pair this beautiful blue rhinestone brooch with it. I think it matches perfectly. This one, I do think it's a 50s style brooch. It's just like a little scatter pin. It's definitely not as big as this one. But it's just a little scatter pin. It only measures an inch in diameter, but everything's prong set in there. No missing stones, and it's just highly riveted construction on the back with the little safety clasp. Now the pin does extend past the clasp there on the back side, but I thought they were pretty together. Yes, I love blue rhinestones. I just don't see them very often, but I thought it worked perfectly with this hanky, so that's why they're coming together. So Miss Dana's in at 12, so we're looking for 13 or more on the pairing, and let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I love the pink. Like, you don't see a lot of pink stuff when it comes to like snowmen and winter style things.
All right, there is the snowy bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Dana, it is coming to you. And Nancy, I saw your 14 as well, but Dana's got that 16 in there. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $10 choice, $10 choice. And I love to mix skunks with my Valentine's Day. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like you're a little stinker. I don't know what it is, but I have 3 different versions and eras and manufacturers for you to choose from. So you'll claim either A, B, or C. And when we get to this one here, I'll quickly show you a picture then. KP actually helped me identify that that's from the 40s. KP, remind me, was it your grandmother that had them, or was it your mother that had a set of those? But nonetheless, let's show you each one. So that'll be A, B, and C. They're all in very good condition. This one right here has a fun little red nose. He is made in Japan. He's super kitschy. He's got his little britches on with little patches. I think he's really, really fun. All right, I'll show you the picture in a minute, KP. So he is just kind of sitting there. I think he'd look really fun. Maybe he's infatuated. He's in love. And I thought he would look really good in your Valentine's Day display. So $10 choice on these kitschy little skunks. This guy here, he's about 3 inches tall by about 3.5 inches wide. So there he is. I love the fact that he's got a red nose. I don't know. Maybe he could be your Rudolph skunk in a non-traditional Christmas display. So he's really fun at $10. This one here is very California pottery. I'm not too sure the manufacturer, but he has a fun little pink nose. He is super kitschy, but he's going to be like your more realistic, your more abstract style figurine when it comes to the skunks. But again, I think he's really, really different. He's really neat. It might be getting blown out, but his little nose right there we go. You can see his little nose is pink. So he's your little cute skunk with the little green eyes right there. And he's definitely California pottery. You can see how it's opened down there too. No manufacturer. Susan, I see you're 10, so we're looking for 11 or more. This guy here measures about 3.5 inches tall by 3 inches wide. So KP was nice enough to send me a picture. These are in her display, and this will show you my next one.
I have those too. They were my grandma's.
They were her grandma's. So
yeah, mine are salt and pepper shakers.
Well, I have one of them right here. So this one is definitely California pottery. You can see how detailed the eyes are with the brown eyes. And he's a super cute little skunk right there. So there's the bottom. No chips or cracks to none of these, and these would be, maybe someone who's a little stinker. You want to,
That one's Robert Simmons. Robert Simmons.
Is it?
Pottery.
Okay.
Robert Simmons, yeah. Pretty sure.
This guy here measures 3 inches tall by 2.5 inches wide. So Renee is in at 11. Excuse me. And again, these are all black and white little skunks with some different details. So it's kind of 3 different versions of the kitsch, whatever you want. So Susan's back in at 12. We're looking for 13 or more. So there he was. He was letter C. This guy's letter B. I like these because these pair well with your Hagen Renekers. Some of the Hagen Renekers have the same style eyes. So if you have some of the little baby ones, you compose it with this one here. And this one could be like your mama skunk or your daddy skunk. And then this one here, I think this one's like super kitschy with the realistic, cartoon style eyes, very Pepe Le Pew style. And he is marked Japan there on the bottom. So we'll hold them up on the board. That's how we're going to claim them, A, B, or C. We're looking for 13 or more choice on the skunks. And if you're an active bidder, you can use that just in case. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Dennis, I see you're 13. Susan's in at 14. Susan's back with a just in case. And again, top bidder gets to choose which one or ones they want. And if you were an active bidder, you can use that just in case. So again, if you're a skunk lover, you're probably in love with all of them. Maybe you like a certain era or California. So Susan, you get first choice at 14. 14, you wanted A. All right. So Susan, A is yours. So Dennis, were you interested in B or C? In B or C? And Amy, I'll need your help to highlight because I closed out my phone. So let me know, were you interested in B or C? Again, both I believe are from California, right? That one would have been a California one as well.
That
right?
one is definitely California.
Okay, so it just depends which you're into. And again, that letter B would go well with your Hagen Renekers. They sort of have the same style face. So at 13, let me know if you're interested in it B or C.
Hi.
B or
You see the cat?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Do you have to do that?
Okay.
And then, yeah, behind Dennis is going to be Renee.
Okay. So, Dennis, let me know. Hopefully you're still here.
Dennis is passing.
Yep, no worries. So, Renee, were you interested in, okay, Renee, C is yours. And did I have anybody else? Renee?
I think that was everybody.
Okay. And Renee, and how much was that? Renee would have been in
11. Yes.
11. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I'll bring the other one back in the recap.
All right. Okay. Parmesan is awake. He's here. All right. I have this cutie pie. Now, I originally did not see that he had an arm repair, but he does. It's a very good clean break and good repair. It's barely noticeable. It's on this arm here. It's it's a little bit more visible from the back side right there. And I did not see that. But he is the cutest thing ever. He's going to start at 16. Look at that dog right in the front with his ears flapping in the wind. I absolutely love him. Now, he is made by UCADCO, the same as Jason's little snow bunny piece. And what I can tell you is this guy most recently sold for $87. Don't ask me why, but he did. There is a girl counterpart that matches with him. She's dressed in a little pink suit on the sled with a critter as well. But he's dressed in green and he's having the time of his life sledding down that hill. You can just hear it. You can just hear him going, wee!
You can.
He's just very cute. The back of this is kind of like a goldy orange for the paint. But yes, that one arm has been repaired right here. So it's right in there. It is very good. It is really not that noticeable from the front at all. But there's nothing else wrong with it at all. I love that little sugared puppy dog. He's so just good. This thing. There is the stamping on the bottom. So if you see that marking there, that's UCADCO's really early stamping, really early stamping there before they did the foil stickers. Measurement for him, he is 4 inches by 3.5 tall, and then about 2.5 at the widest point with his little feet or his hands. So let's count him down. I see MJ is in at 17. I saw Sandra as well. So we're looking for 18 or more, and I'm going to count him down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I don't know where he went. He's gone somewhere.
He's out causing a ruckus somewhere, I bet.
All right, Sandra, I see you're just in case. And there is the bid end. I am happy to report that Parmesan did really well with the Christmas tree. He didn't get in the tree. He didn't knock the tree over. He batted at some ornaments, but that was it. I was very proud of him for controlling himself for once. All right, bid end is in there from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Sandra, you're just in case over at MJ 17. So Sandra, 18, he's sledding your way. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $12, guys, and you're going to get both of these. These came from the same estate. One has a little bit of wear, but I know that we love these little kind of things, and I think, you know, in our displays, somebody could work these in. So you're going to get, oh, God, thank God they're plush. One just took a tumble. So you're going to get both of these plush little vintage, tiny little dogs. What I love about this, guys, the way he stands, he looks like he's raising his leg. So if you want to be crazy,
yeah.
And he has a little tongue too. but some of his fur is a little worn. So maybe you guys do like a shabby chic kind of look. Maybe you guys have dolls these would work well with. You know, I just think these are cute, and they kind of have an early look about them too. So you're going to get both of these for $12. Okay. So the first one here, this one is in very good condition. This one is made in Japan. So this is a cute little tiny dog. He has his original pink bow. I thought he would look good in any kind of display. Whatever you want to do, you don't need to have a holiday to enjoy these tiny little plush. He even has his original made in Japan. If it wants to focus, this little tag here says made in Japan on here. Okay, it's just starting to show. There you go. You can see made in Japan. No funky odors, no issues. And he's kind of like a light tan or a light brown color. You can see his fun little eyes. I've been trying to tell. They're not too cold, so I don't know that they're glass. Well, they could be glass eyes, okay? They very well could be glass eyes, but he is made in Japan. And he measures about 3 inches tall by 4.5 inches wide. So again, I see you, Susan, at 13. And again, they're in overall good condition. Get in here really close so you can see. He does have just some patina, but overall, he's really cute. This guy here, and he very much reminds me of a little terrier. He still has his little tongue just hanging on.
Oh my gosh.
His little felt tongue just hanging on right there, and you can move it however you want, but I'll be careful packing it. He has his original bow. You can see some of his fur has worn. Either some little youngster loved him or he just got worn over the years. But he has such a great look. If you guys like have one of those maybe Victorian or one of them German style dolls and you want something that's a little weathered or a little wear, I think this little guy is going to look fantastic in that. And I also like the fact that you can see the way his legs are sewn. He's going to permanently have that one leg up. So, and again, you just got to move his little crazy tongue however you want. But they came from the same estate, and the estate that we bought the plush from, I do believe these have been together for a long, long time. So I couldn't let them go to 2 separate homes. This guy here measures 4.5 by 5. So, and again, I just think, I don't know, it must be an only child thing. I can't handle seeing plush being disposed of, or, you know, to me, they just, I don't know, they have feelings, and I want them to get good homes and be loved. So you could pop them in little baskets. You could pop them into your little mini shelf. Is it mohair, KP? I don't think it's mohair. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think it's mohair. It's too soft for mohair. I believe that it's just plush. And I do believe that it is. I mean, it is really sewn very well. You can see it could be non-Japan, meaning that it could be made in Germany. But I don't think it's mohair. So let's go ahead and count it down. Susan's in at 13. Hello, Fatbirds. How are you, Laura? It's good to see you. And again,
Fatbirds is back tomorrow night.
Yes, it is. Yes, I know what I'll be watching. So, and again, he looks like he's constantly looking for a fire hydrant. So these two guys are looking for a home. So let's count it down. 14 or more, and we are doing just in case. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. These could be your little Laurel and Hardy, your little frickin' frack. They could be, you could just name them whatever you want.
You just need to get a tiny little fire hydrant for the one to pee on.
Agreed. And you could put these in the right size to go with your dolls, go on your miniature shelf, whatever. So there is our bid end. Thank you so much. So Pam for 30. And again, you're getting them both. Thank you so much. I'm so happy they found homes. Thank you, Pam. Congratulations.
All right. I have a postcard for my next round. This did not make my preview. And it is a Kewpie postcard, and I am loving this camera. I'm so happy with it.
It's so good, Amy.
Yeah, it's like instant focus, and I'm here for it. So this is a little Valentine Kewpie antique postcard, and I love the imagery on here. Peeking in the door, and she's got the little wagon with the heart in it. It does say Kewpie's Rose O'Neill, really tiny, signed Rose O'Neill right there. Lost my heart, and Kewpie found it. and the little rascal knew you're the one it always beat for, so he hauled it straight to you. Oh my goodness, so cute. Now this one does not have a postmark on the back, but Kewpies, you know, early 1920s on this one, and it has been used. Miss Frances Richardson, somewhere in Ohio. I'm not quite sure, but no postmark on it. But these were all early 1900s for these. Oh my goodness, I just love it. The postcard itself, not really any kind of bending at the corners. Pretty good condition overall. Cute for display, or if you collect the Kewpies. I do have one more Kewpie thing for my last round, but this one was more on the Valentine's side of things. Let's count it down. I see MJ's in there at 12. We're looking for 13 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid ends. I do believe this is the only Kewpie postcard I had. I might have an Easter one, actually, but I didn't have any more Valentine ones. This was the only one I had. All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. Looks like Renee, MJ, Mara jumped in there, and Mara got that 17 in there right before Karen's bid end. So, Mara, congratulations. It's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, mine's going to start at $12, and I had one Kewpie thing tonight, so I'll bridge the gap for you, Amy. So, now in my research, this is what they would call a menu blank. So these would have been sent out, and I do believe, you know, Kewpies, they advertised ice cream. I feel like they're hopscotching over ice cream.
There's a tin litho tray with that same image on it.
And I believe that this would have been a menu blank. So this would have been sent out in bulk back in the day, back in the 20s, 30s maybe. And then the ice cream parlor or restaurant would have put the daily specials here. So they would have filled that in. So I think at $12, this is a unique thing that you could frame. You could use it. It's actually signed. And, you know, it says Rose O'Neill down here. And then the print company is this Parker Bronner company. And then that was the code number for the blank. So here you can see it is signed Rose O'Neill there. And again, this little print here, look at these cute little Kewpies kind of hiding behind, peeking around and playing hopscotch right there. So again, I thought this would be fun. I know, like, for example, if you had Amy's postcard, you could buy this and you could frame it and you could lay a postcard in here instead of doing anything to it. So it's in very good condition. It is unused. It is like a thicker style paper. There's what, so it's a thicker, like laminate. It's, I don't want to say it's laminated, but it's got like that sheen on it. So it's a very professional, and I do believe very glossy. Thank you, Amy. Words are tough. And again, this would have been what they called like a menu blank. So these would have been shipped out to, you know, restaurants, the backs of, like to the back of drugstores, wherever there were little ice cream parlors. And then they would have filled in their own specials on the front. So
I've seen a lot of Kewpie ephemera and things over the years, but I've never seen that. Never seen that.
I couldn't find anything like this online, just in my research from the printing company. Again, I think this company printed things for restaurants. So if you want something really unique, if you're into Kewpies, again, you don't need to use this for that. I thought this would make a great background. You can go ahead. So for example, let me see if I can give you an example of what my vision is here. I think it's a really unique piece, and I know we have Kewpie lovers. I don't think it's something you're just going to go out and find. So if you had like Amy's little postcard here, like the same size as Amy's postcard.
It's like a matting to frame.
Yeah, like you could use and put the postcard in there, and then you could mat it. You wouldn't have to.
How old do you think that is, Jason?
In my research, this I think is from the 20s or 30s. Probably the late 20s. I'm sorry, the late 20s. I'm thinking it's more around that early 30s mark. That would be my best guess. And you can see, look how well detailed, if my camera was focused, how well detailed those little Kewpies are. You know, in a lot of the prints that you see, they're not that well detailed. But Again, this is what they call menu blank, and the measurement on it, it's 11.5 by 8. So if you wanted to trim it down, you could fit it in an 8 by 10, or get yourself a bigger frame, mat that in here. And then I was thinking you could lay a postcard in there, or if you're so inclined, you could actually print out your own like kitchen rules, stuff like that, and then lay it on top. Do you see where I'm going with that? So if you wanted to use this for something or gift it to somebody with a poem on it or do something with that, but you have an original piece. And this actually came from Lancaster County, and it was new old stock. So the dealers had this for a long, long time. So Mar is in at 13. I saw Mar in at 12, but Renee had the first 12. So Mar is in at 13. We're looking for 14 or more. And again, this is one of the things you didn't know you needed till you knew it existed and the different things you could do with it. So 14 or more, we'll count it down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Great for your summertime displays. Even with the pink here with Valentine's Day. They're hopscotching the ice cream. I love it.
The face that he has leaping over that dessert. It's hilarious.
Sneaking around. He's like, you're going to melt that ice cream. I don't care. I'm going to jump it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I don't know why he's a Southern pixie all of a sudden. So there's our bid end. So Mar, 15. Congratulations. I'll get it back in its sleeve. Thank you so much.
Very cute. Now I'm gonna like wonder if there's printed menus out there like that with it. I've just never seen that. I've never seen that. I'll have to ask Karen, the Kewpie lady at Elkhorn, if she's ever seen one of those before, because that's where most of my Kewpie stuff comes from. All right, this is going to be our last round, you guys. Last round. And my last round is going to start at $12. And this is my last Kewpie plate. This also came from Wisconsin last year. And it is hand painted by Florence Baker. If you're a Kewpie person, you would recognize that name. Florence Baker hand painted these specific pieces in the likeness of Rose O'Neal, just specifically for the Kewpie-esta Kewpie convention in Missouri. So these are limited edition pieces. And she painted on lots of different surfaces, but she did do a lot of fine china plates. So there is the back. So an imperial china is the pattern kind of on the outside, but you'll see all sorts of different kinds of china. She painted on teacups, lots of different porcelain items, but all hand painted. And that is a cute little imagery of Cube sliding down the hill with the little bunny and the bluebird. And she does sign all of her pieces. I did add the plate hanger on the back, so it's easy to pop on the wall. Of course, if you do not want that, let me know. But if when I ship this, if you do want it, I will take it off the plate just so that I can wrap the plate correctly. But there's no chips or anything wrong with the plate, but it's just instant, so you can hang it on the wall. But you certainly don't have to do that. But this is not something you probably want to eat your bonbons off of. You probably don't want to eat on this plate. And I do believe that this one, the painting on this specific design probably was from the late 70s, early 80s for this one, for Kewpie-esta. And it measures 6.5 inches in diameter. Okay. And I brought it now because it's not like Christmassy really, but it's more on the wintry side, you know, because he is on the little sled there. Sledding naked as a jaybird with that bunny. Yes. Yes. All right. See, Susan's in there at 20. Thank you so much. We're looking for 21 or more, and I am going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Sliding into Easter. Yep.
It's true.
It's a good way to put it.
You can't have a bad day if you're surrounded by pictures of Kewpies, I'll tell you.
I'm ready for Easter weather. I'm over winter already, and
Yeah.
it just started. I'm so over it. All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. At the end there, looks like Renee had a just in case of 26, but Miss Susan had a just in case of 35. So Susan, it's yours for 27. Thank you so much.
All right, $10 choice, $10 choice. And these are vintage cake toppers, but they also double as fun figurines for the upcoming Valentine's Day. They are from 1973. They are marked on the bottom from 73, and they're made by the Wilton Company, and they're made in Hong Kong. So they do double as figurines, but I think the creation of them, their purpose was supposed to be cake toppers. So they are made of plastic. Now, if you guys love things that glow, the pink does fluoresce under black light. So I do have 2 of these for you to choose from. These are fun to leave out all year long if you do like a groovy, love theme or 60s theme, but these are really fun, and I think their intended purpose was for Valentine's Day. So $10 choice. One of them, I think, was used on a cake. So there is a little discoloration right there where it says the year and who made them, but that's not focusing. And then this one, I don't think was ever used, and it's just a little more bright white. So you have these fun kids here that spell out love. I love the grooviness. They're sitting on 2 little hearts right down there. So these are really, really fun for Valentine's Day. They measure about 3.5 inches tall by 3 inches wide. Again, they are made in Hong Kong. The paint on them is remarkable. And any of the pink areas, they do fluoresce under black light. I don't know if my light's even it's not really gonna even show you how they fluoresce. So you can
I've seen that same thing, but in an earring holder.
Oh, yes, I have 2.
Imagery.
Yep. I have 2. So here I'm trying to get it to focus. I think the white on the white's not helping. So it is copyrighted 1973, and they are made by I do like that. That's a good song, Karen, for this. So they're made by the Wilton, Chicago, it says, and then it's Wilton, Chicago, and they're made in Hong Kong. So if you guys are looking for some fun little things, maybe you're even going to make a Valentine's Day treat and you want to dress it up, you could. So again, they do spell out love. The O is in the shape of a heart. These are very groovy, coming out of the 60s into the 70s, and they are made of plastic, and they are made in Hong Kong. So Caroline, I see you're 10. We're looking for 11 or more. And again, the colors on here are pink, and the pink does fluoresce. The green does not. The yellowish tan does not, and the orange does just a little bit. So they're both in the same condition. One just has a little bit of yellowing where the manufacturer is, and they are plastic, and they measure 3.5 by 3. So, but again, I think they're really fun, and it's something you didn't know you needed until you're ready to do a Valentine's Day display. So 11 or more, let's count them down. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And Amy, you are right. I do remember seeing the earring holder, which is just a little bit bigger than these. So Timmy, I see you're 11, looking for 12 or more. And again, we have 2 of them in equally good condition. One, there's a little bit of yellowing on the bottom part where it says the name, but no other condition issues to report. There's our bid end. So Timmy, did you want 1 or 2? And if you take 1, then Caroline, you'll have backup. But I have to also make sure Caroline didn't want them both. So Timmy, let me know. Did you want 1 or 2? 1 or 2 of them. I love these. I love these. I think they're just so groovy. You can, of course, leave them out all year round, especially if you do like groovy 60s, flower power stuff. So Timmy, let me know. Were you interested in 1 or 2? And that would be at $11. All right, just 1. So then Caroline, were you interested in the other one at 10? If you were interested in both, I understand. But there's one remaining. If you're interested in the other one, just let me know. In the meantime, I'll write Timmy down here. Thank you.
Says
All right.
yes.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
All right. All right, you guys. Well, Jason, you have something to recap, right?
Yes, I do. Yes,
okay.
I do.
I do not have anything, but while Jason's writing that down, he's going to bring back for another round. So he'll describe it to you and do a quick claim if you're interested in something. If there's more than one person interested in claiming at the same time, we will turn right back into a bid round to break any ties. Okay. And you can always email and check after the show as always as well. All right. I'll get Jason back over here.
I had my little Yukago sugared planter with the bunnies on it. It kind of goes with some of the pieces. It's not the same, but it could kind of go with some of the things that Amy sold tonight. If anybody's interested, it's 20. If anyone's interested, it's 20. Just put planter. Just put planter, and you can have it for 20. There's no imperfections to it. There might be a little bit of dirt in the crevasse in there. I did my best to clean it out.
The crevasse.
But it is a planter, and I do believe it's made by Yukago. It measures 4.5 by 4. So, Susan, it's yours. Thank you so much, Susan. So that's yours. And then left over from my skunk round, I had this little stinker right here remaining. So, Susan, yep, I got you so much. So this guy here, let's see if we can sell out tonight. We'll make him $8. If anybody wants him for $8, you can just put skunk, and I'll lower him to $8. You can put in skunk, and he could be yours. He was left over from the stinker or the skunk round. But again, I think he would go well if you collect the Hagen Renekers. They would look good all the way around. But if you want him for $8, you can have him for $8, and he is yours. So, Susan, he's yours too. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Thank you
guys so very much. Thank you. We appreciate you guys just hanging out with us as always, coming back and celebrating the beginning of 2026. Thank you guys so much. Reminders before we get into community share for invoicing. I'm going to be doing mine on Saturday, so you won't see anything from me tomorrow, but I will email you at some point on Saturday when my invoices go out. Thank you all so much. And Jason, you want to talk about?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Amy. And I will be rolling out all of my invoices because I'll be doing my shipping on Saturday morning. But if you're going to come over to Instagram, I'm participating in the Love is in the Air marathon this Saturday.
There we go.
My time slot is at 6 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys are going to come on over, my preview is out on Instagram. Everything behind me will be available. So if you want to keep an open box for that, please just email me. If I don't get an email from you, then your invoices will probably be rolling out while I'm selling on Instagram. But that's being hosted by Nate. My vintage is 1976. Katie of Vintage Treasure Girl. And I'll be selling with Donna, Vintage Grace and Grit. So come over at 6 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget, this Friday on Whatnot, Tina will be having her jewelry sale, her first sale of 2026. It's Mother Tucker's Tina. And as always, Amy, thank you so much for allowing me to promote those things.
Absolutely. And yes, Valentine's, if you didn't hear us talk about that earlier, will be coming for us next Thursday. So we'll be back next Thursday at our normal broadcast time at 8 p.m. Eastern for Fantastic Finds next week. And our community share tonight, before we get into that, big thank you to Karen G for helping us bid end this evening. And thank you for Gavin for helping out in the chat. I know Kim couldn't be here tonight, and that's okay. But thank you, everyone that's helped out in the chat tonight. So we appreciate that. All right. I'm going to get my screen pulled over. Hit the right button this time. All right. Since Timmy's here, I don't know if she was here at the beginning and heard us, but Timmy sent in some awesome pictures of a display that she put together of a collection, which I've never seen anybody do this particular collection or display before, and I absolutely love it. So I'll start with the overview. All right, so this is Timmy's chimney sweep collection along with Dick Van Dyke, since he celebrated his 100th birthday on December 13th. And I love this. So I do have some close-ups, but this is kind of the overview, and I love the big chimney like
Good.
brush that's just there, like a real actual brush. I love it. So I'm gonna get, here we go. So we'll start at the one side.
Good
so she has loved Dick Van Dyke ever since Mary Poppins in the 60s and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and has been collecting the chimney sweep postcards for over 30 years. And I believe that she added one of the figurines in here from Jason and Tina. I can't remember which one.
There's a couple of them.
Recognize it.
There's a couple of them from us.
Okay.
There's a couple of them from us. That's so good, Timmy.
I guess, like, I mean, I look at postcards and ephemera. I know Timmy collects a lot of different themes for postcards, but I did not know that this was a thing. But I love it. I absolutely love it.
Good. I love it.
And I love the display board that they're on too.
Yes.
And then we go, here's a close-up
of
some of the figurines.
And the snowman, I love him in the back. He definitely looks like he's a chimney sweep too.
He's a chimney sweep snowman. Absolutely. Yep. I love the egg timer guy. He's very cool. And then here, I love the little beanie boo of him from Mary Poppins. That's so cute. I love this display. I love it, Timmy. It's so creative. I've just never seen anybody do that before.
And those chimney sweeps are where they belong. They look so good there. So good with their friends.
I love it. And yeah, I can't believe he's still doing all the things that he's doing, still acting and everything at 100. Like that's impressive. So I love that. Thank you so much, Timmy, for sending this in.
So good.
I know we didn't get to that before the big birthday. But I love that. Absolutely love it. So thank you so much, Timmy. All right. So that is going to conclude Fantastic Finds for this evening, and we will be back next week. Thank you all so very much. Happy New Year. And we will see you guys next week. And on Friday, over for Whatnot with Tina and over on Instagram as well. But we'll be back next week, you guys. All right.
With tons of Valentine's Day. Good stuff, guys.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Valentines are coming. All right. Have a wonderful evening and a wonderful rest of your week. Good night, you guys.
Bye, everybody. Bye.